Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video and tell me what's on your mind. What's going on, Peep Squad? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? Who's up late? Who's watching television? Who's on YouTube? What's good? Come through, baby. Like, it is really going down. I got the word that we are going to be on lockdown too as well. The National Guard is, holding up at the convention center. They're at the center, and basically they're going to put us on shutdown too as well. We're going to fall in line with everybody else, I guess. And, I guess there's going to be a curfew, shelter in place, and all of that other stuff too as well. And so it's going to be what it's going to be. We haven't seen police officers. We haven't seen ambulance or, fire trucks at all. We haven't seen no police. Ain't no policemen around, baby. Ain't no policemen around. And then I get the word today, because I left early. I came back home or whatever. I had to do a whole bunch of things and help some people out too as well. And got the word that we're going to get locked down. I just hope it's not true, but this source, I really believe them. So we'll see what happens. So hopefully, we get through this shit, baby, because how else are we going to do? We just going to have to just do what we got to do, yo. We survive. We've been surviving for centuries and years, and, we're supposed to be the first people on Earth, the first humans created, so it is what it is. They found us on the moon. So, anyways, let's just get into it. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody be safe, man. I know we going through some things, baby, but we going to get through these things. We going to make it. We going to make it one way or another. We got no other choice, So let's just talk about it. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 19. The review, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, it went down, baby. It went down. I know they glad they took this trip now and then later, because they wouldn't be out there. Be stuck over there in Greece, baby. So what did you guys think about this episode? Was you happy? Was you sad? What did you think? I was like, oh, shit. What is really going on? What's going down with the situation? I was like, it seems like Kandi Burruss is stepping up, and basically seems like she's trying to be a good friend to Kenya Moore too as well. Have her back, but also say like some of this shit is frivolous. Some of this shit ain't good. Hey, what's up? Absol's in the building, baby. Adam's in the building, baby. We still breathing. We living. We gonna make this. We gonna make this bitch. We gonna do what we do. For real. Ain't nobody gonna stop us. We ain't gonna stop ourselves with fear either, baby. So yeah, this episode was a mess. I was like, what is going on with this situation? I was like, shit, Nene was out here talking hellish shit about Kandi. And she knows she has the right to as well. Well, Kandi was kind of like, having her defense, was on her, basically calling out Kenya Moore like, yo, we ain't gonna be apologizing for the same shit over and over. You either gonna move on or not. And to the top, baby, to the top, baby. We all going to the top. We gonna get to the top. So I was just like, Kandi was like, we ain't going through this shit. We ain't going to be doing this. Whether people think Kandi's real or fake, or she's acting, or whatever the case may be. But basically, she said she ain't going to keep apologizing. She was like, Kenya, you need to sit down here. You need to hear what Marlo got to say too as well. She let you speak. You should speak too. Why are you running? I was like, She was like, I know Nene said some things, but we're going to have to get over that. We're going to have a good time. Kandi was all in the mix. I was like, shit, Kandi. I was like, even though Nene Leakes is calling you the lap dog, I guess since Marlo was named the lap dog, now Nene Leakes is calling Kandi the lap dog. And Kandi was like, basically, I've been accused of being a rapist and called a rapist, and I moved on and I got through it. And you gonna tell me you can't get through this situation? Like, come on, like, basically Kandi saying the situation with your baby, being called the buffalo ain't even all that serious. And, Kenya Moore was like, yo, I ain't never been married before. I ain't never had a baby before. And she came for both of that. And Kandi was like, well, I was called the rapist, but I had to get along to get along. And Kandi was like, I ain't gonna try to be like in this weird space with everybody because of this shit or whatever. Like I had to make up with Porsche. You gonna have to do what you gotta do. Kandi is hard to figure out. I know, Adam, because we know that Nene Leakes and, Kandi been going back and forth on this YouTube situation. And then, Candy was really Candy was really like, some of the things that Nene was saying is the same thing that Candy was saying. Like, you can't get up and walk away. You can't, you can't just leave. You just can't bounce like that. You got to let other people have their talk. Like, if there's a problem, come on, say it. And Miss Kenya Moore, she pulled Portia in a place. She was like, Portia, you gonna keep nagging me? All right, yes, I hear you. Kenya had that look like she wanted to get up and drag everybody. I was like, what is really going on? Crazy situation. So Cynthia Bailey's kind of like, she's toting the fist and she's toting the pole too as well. She was like, I believe that Nene's apology to you, Kenya Moore, was sincere. I was like, oh shit, is that coming from Cynthia? Hey, Edition, how you doing? This was a mess, I know. So I was like, I was like, for real, Cynthia? Cynthia was like, yeah. And then Candy jumped in, was like, yeah, she tried to reach out to you twice. She tried to talk to you, and you just basically, kept moving with it. And Kenya Moore sitting there like, these mother suckers. Shit, Kenya Moore wants some ride or dies on her side. She wants them to jump up and say, nah, you can't talk to my girl. Nah. When she tried to spit on me, Kenya want to have the type of girls that jump up and be like, what, Nene, what? But that did not happen. I was like, and Nene, I thought she was throwing peanuts, but Nene was actually throwing popcorn. Imagine somebody throwing popcorn at you and cussing you out at the same time, calling you dry kitty cat, dry this, dry that. Yeah, we'll be making up all right. But I guess this is what they do. They talk about, we see what they do. And Cynthia was like, I'm shocked and appalled at Nene Leakes' behavior. And then someone was saying, well, Cynthia is shocked and appalled. Was she shocked and appalled when Kenya Moore called Tanya Sam a cunt? I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with this situation? I was like, shit. Nene was talking about, Nene was Billy Badass. She was acting like she was going to spit, throwing stuff. I would have been like, you know what? I'll see you off camera. And then Kenya Moore talking about she's a 52-year-old woman. She needs to act better. It's like Nene cussing out, the production. It looked like the production dude put his hands on Nene to tell her that she got to sit and stay. I don't know who he thought he was talking to. Can I borrow some toilet tissue? I put the link in my other videos of where you guys can actually get toilet tissue from. This is my first time actually ordering from this person, from this company. It's a black-owned company. I got the word about the company through Tariq Nasheed. It's called Black. I was saying it earlier, but I couldn't remember the name of it. But I'm just going to drop it in the link anyway, just in case. Drop it in the video just in case it comes through. But I was just like, shit. I was like, and Nene was like, y'all mother freakers ain't gonna sit here and play me and imitate me, and I'm gonna be somebody's butt of this some jokes. Nene's been on this show for a long time, so she sees a setup when she sees a setup, so she thought it was a setup. But basically, Marlo calling out Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore did not want to give Marlo any time of day. She didn't want to have a conversation with her. She didn't want to give her no press. I was like, damn. And she was like, oh, here she go. Now she done sick, Marlo on me. But okay, I think Kenya Moore can apologize to Marlo if she wants to. She don't have to do it. She don't have to do nothing she don't want to do. But she can apologize if she wants to about the situation or whatever. But when it comes to that situation, I just want to know if Marlo really sell wigs. Does anybody know if Marlo really sell wigs? Because Nene Leakes be supporting a whole different wig company. Now, she's not really selling wigs. Now, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, so this is the place. So I don't, it's my first time ordering from this place too as well. So, I'm just waiting for my toilet tissue to come in. And yes, you can get some tissue, Miss Mariah. Mariah's in the building. So let's get to the situation. So yeah. So that's the black-owned company. It's called Freedom Paper Tissue. It's located in, I think Baltimore. It's in Maryland. It's in Baltimore, Maryland, or whatever. But they're still stocked up. So I don't know. It is what it is. I'll be giving a hefty donation if my fucking tissue don't come. That's gonna be the situation. So let's just talk about the situation. So let's just get into. So Nene and Kenya Moore having their little situation, and basically Kenya Moore was like, this is leading off from last episode. And basically like Kenya Moore's like, bye, see you later. She's blowing kisses at Nene. Nene's talking hella shit, basically talking about you ain't gonna do nothing. Kenya Moore saying you ain't gonna do nothing or whatever. So they're going back and forth, and Kenya Moore's like, you don't want to go to jail, baby. You don't want to go to jail. And then they did talk about jail later in the episode. It was like, Nene don't want to get locked up out here. She won't get back home. It's like, Lord have mercy. And so, she was like, you don't want to go to jail. Nene was like, you dumb ass B word. And she's throwing popcorn too as well at her. I was like, you know what? It was no reason to get up and see, to jump at her, because security, well, I didn't see no security, but, the ladies were holding, Nene back. It was, Marlo Hampton was holding her girl back, and Cynthia Bailey was holding her back. But I don't even think Nene wanted that smoke anyway. I think Nene just wanted to say what she wanted to say to Kenya Moore too as well. She wasn't going to go all the way there with her, but it could have happened. And it could be possibly because of the alcohol she was drinking. Everybody was drinking, and they was drinking. And if you check out Nene, she said, I don't be drinking, I don't be doing this, and I don't be doing that. And this is probably one of the reasons why she is saying that, she don't like to drink around the ladies, and she don't want to drink around the ladies because you don't know what could happen or what could go down. Thank you, Apso. Thank you so much. For real, for real. Much love to your brother out there working hard, taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Doing your thing. We need more brothers out there like you doing what you do, and out here supporting your sisters, your black sisters, baby. It's all good. It's all love, all day, every day. So we have this situation, and so Nene's throwing popcorn. Imagine you we all grown adults, somebody throwing popcorn at you. Like, I'll either walk away or just be like, you know what, let me jump at you real quick. Like, what you doing? But then, you sit there and you watch the person, because once you become a certain age, you realize what battles you want to fight and what battles you do want to fight, and how you want to portray yourself and how you want to look, or regardless. But a lot of people like this Nene. A lot of people wanted the old Nene back. Hey, what's going on, baby? How you doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Marlo is more genuine than Nene, even though I don't like Marlo. I was kind of hoping Kenya would forgive her, give her a little chance. Yeah. She was like, she wanted that apology first from Marlo. But like I was saying, if she don't really own a wig business, because why is her best friend or her friend, Nene Leakes, is supporting everybody else's somebody's wig line? And I don't check out Marlo's Instagram, so I don't know if she's actually selling wigs. You know what I mean? If she ain't selling wigs, then you don't deserve an apology. You were just creating a scene for the show. But if now we want to get technical, this is what people gonna say, baby. Kenya Moore was so upset about her business being, tarnished, and people saying that she's wearing a wig and she don't do this hair care product stuff, blase and a third, then she could lose money or whatever. So if Marlo does have a business, yeah, and it did happen a long time ago. But Marlo did say what I said to Kenya Moore was real messed up, and you can feel that. And you're right, Adams, you can feel that shit to the heart. Thank you so much, Pamela. Love you too, baby. You can really feel that Marlo, she wanted to create a moment too as well, because the shit was already popping. But then also she really said, you could tell in her eyes when she said what I said about her mother was real messed up. And, you could tell that she was, to me, in my opinion, she was genuine. But, she's still going to do her thing, because she got a job to do, just like each and every one of these ladies got a job to do. And Candy's looking with that face like they wasn't. And it was so funny when Portia and Tanya was having a conversation. They was just like, yo, we underestimated how mad Kenya Moore and Nene Leakes was mad at each other. Hey, Nene wanted an apology so bad that she created a whole scenario where she also had to give an apology. Made no sense. I thought, okay, I was gonna say, okay, she's intoxicated, you know what I mean? But then she came back and sat down, apologized. Well, it wasn't a real apology. If I offended you, how come people just can't say, I'm sorry for what I said, I'm sorry for what I did? Why they always got to say, if I offended you? So really, so you don't know if you offended me or not. So I'm telling you offended me, but you're saying if. So it's not really an apology, in my opinion. But on reality TV, this is how the people talk. This is how they apologize to each other. They be on that bullshit. What up, Phil? Phil's in the building. Yo, what's up? What's good with you? What's going on? Yeah, we up late night, baby. Too bad we ain't out there doing boom, bada, bing, and you know what I'm saying, doing the damn thing. So yeah, so we get back to the situation. Nene is yelling at Kenya, and she's talking hella shit. Nene's talking hella shit. She's talking about, she's talking about her punani's dry, talking about, basically F you, and Kenya Moore's like, you ain't gonna do not, go away, Nene, bye, Nene. Basically, she's saying, bye, you won't be missed, and basically, I believe Kenya Moore is saying, when you left and you took off from Real Housewives of Atlanta, you wasn't missed, and then Nene Leakes responded, you wasn't missed either, basically saying that, the show can go on with either or them being there. Either they both there or one's there, the show still will go on in so many ways. And so Kenya Moore's like, bye, blowing kisses, whatever. Nene Leakes is trying to get at her. I was like, Lord have mercy. Then Nene tried to spit at her because Kenya Moore's going, she's blowing kisses like, goodbye, basically egging on, hey, what's up, Chef Disaster? What's going on with you? What's popping with you, bro? What's good? It's good to see y'all. Hey, we still breathing. We dancing in this bitch. so proud of Candy this episode. Yes, I was like, damn. I was just like, Nene and Candy shouldn't even be beefing. Like Nene, it seems like Candy was being 100. Cynthia was being 100. Being 100 as far as, they're looking at the scenario, being on the inside of the scenario, and basically saying, this shit ain't really that big. Because, Nene Leakes has been saying, oh, these girls has did much worse to, Kenya. And basically, she won't speak to me. She won't talk to me. She won't say hello to me. You know what I mean? And, she's been ducking me, diving me in the whole 9 yards. And these other ladies did worse to her. And so, Candy was like, yo, it ain't really that big. You know what I mean? I've been accused of being a rapist. So it is what it is. So Nene basically, and I don't know, she's trying to spit. She didn't spit on her. She tried to spit came out of her mouth or whatever. That's even more nastier. Like, this is some shit like you shouldn't be happening, but I would have been like, you want me to talk to her after she done tried to spit on me? But they did talk. She tried to spit on me. She's throwing popcorn at me like I'm somebody's slave, like I'm somebody's kid, I'm somebody's child. Like she can just walk over me and talk to me like that and do me like that. Let me just get up real quick because I'm about to throw that big old bottle that that big old bottle that what's her name had. Marlo had that big old Grey Goose bottle. That motherfucker would have been slanging. It would have been slanging and danging in that bitch. Bitch, who you think you are? You spitting on me? You trying to spit on me? Trying to throw popcorn? Trying to embarrass me? And you telling me I got my coochie's dry? Like, yo, Nene went ham, y'all. Nene went ham. Nene was all in it. The way that Nene was acting, she was ready for it. She was ready for that smoke. She wanted, you know how if you were a kid, because we're gonna compare this to like kids, because I'm gonna compare this like kids, because like when you're in school, a kid that want to fight you, a kid that might like you, they might try to tease you and throw little paper at you, little balls of spit. Remember spitballs through the straw? People use spitballs and stuff like that, or throw your stuff off the table. They'll do stuff to aggravate you, to see if they can push a button, to see either if they can get you in trouble, get kicked out of class, or if you're gonna actually fight them. So it was like that type of situation. And it really just started when Cynthia and Nene was talking, and Nene Leakes was just like, you forgave her really much easier. I think it would have been worse if it was me. You would have gave me a hard time. And she was like, me and you been closer than anybody else in this group. And then Kenya Moore was like, things have changed. And when she said things has changed, Nene was like, because you wanted them to change. You a big ass bully. You ain't gonna bully me. I ain't tiptoeing around you, bitch. And Kenya was like, why you calling me a bitch? So already there, Nene wanted to go in, because in real life, they would already been swanging. But they on TV. They got too much money for this shit. Yo, Vaughn, hey, what's up? What's going on? Kenya saw me. So I was like, Lord have mercy. So Nene's trying to spit, boy. Like if it was, and even Candy was like, yo, this is fighting shit right here. Candy was in a confession. This is fighting shit right here. I was like, Lord, Nene was doing the most. Like, damn, like, you know, I wouldn't want to look back at myself on TV and see this behavior. You know what I mean? Like, you got to clean it up the best way you can, because it don't look good, but it is. But this is what this show has been given for a minute, and this is what some reality TV shows are given. But I guess Nene was like, yo, this is it. Yo, we gonna get this heads up. We gonna get it turned up in this place, Lord. So I was like, no, she wasn't. She was like, I'll spit in your effing. I was like, Lord. She goes, I will spit in your mother effing face. I was like, damn. Like, she trying to spit. They holding her back and everything. Cynthia got her, you know. Marlo is holding her back too as well. Nene was like, I'll spit in your face. I was just like, then I was like, what kind of behavior is that, spitting? I was just like, Nene was feeling a certain type of way. She was like, you done disrespected me for too long, so I'm gonna disrespect you the most that I could possibly disrespect you. I'm gonna tell you your husband don't want you. He left you. He don't want to be back with you. Your coochie dry. I was like, Lord. And then I'm gonna spit on you, and then I'm gonna egg you on by throwing popcorn at you. Like, Lord. Yo, I was like, for real, this is what they doing. And you got Kenya Moore blowing the kisses at, you know, she's doing a little bit of egging on, but Nene is going full force. But Kenya Moore told Marlo Hampton what she told, and so then, you know, Candy gets up. Candy's like, what's going on? This is going out of control. Like, come on, we gotta, no, this is just too much. And Candy's getting in it. Candy's getting aggravated too as well, because she's saying that, you know, Kenya Moore's being disrespectful really, really low, but she's defending herself too as well, because she was called the B word first, and then, you know, Nene came at her in that way. So now, you know, Candy's like, this is going too much. Candy was like, this is just way. What's up? What's going on, Gotti? How you doing? She was like, Candy, this is way too much. Candy was like, yo, we gotta rectify this situation. Y'all gonna talk or what? Like, what's going on? So Candy even had to stand up, because Candy was like, I ain't gonna get nothing thrown at me. Ain't nobody gonna spit on me. I'm gonna get up. And then Kenya Moore was like, oh my God, how disgusting, how low, how trashy, how gutter. She called Nene gutter, spitting or whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, Nene feels some type of way. Portia's laughing and giggling. Portia was like, oh shit, Nene couldn't get at her. So you know Nene, if Nene can't get at you, she gonna do what she needs to do. So basically she's kind of egging. She's indulging and enjoying Nene's behavior towards Kenya Moore. So I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, Portia ain't hiding how she feels no more. That shit is out the bag. You know, Cynthia Bailey was like, oh my God, this is even disgusting for Nene. Nene to be acting like this. This is even lower for Nene. I was like, Cynthia, you talking all that shit. But once Nene get up in your face, you're going to be like, I'm sorry, Nene. I just want to be your friend. So you better just stop. You done seen plenty of bad behavior on this show. You're doing way too much. But she's like shocked. She was like, thank God I was in that scene and I was holding Nene back. I'm just getting all the camera time possible. You know, I got Nene and Kenya kind of like fighting over me. I'm cool with this one, I'm cool with that person, because you know Cynthia don't be popping until she's connected to somebody that is popping. And Cynthia Bailey's been getting lit. Cynthia Bailey's been lit this season because she's been attached to Kenya Moore. That's her friend. You know what I mean? So whether if Kenya is doing things to Cynthia Bailey is genuine, or basically for a storyline, or just basically like, what up? You know, she's still popping, because she's still by Nene for a long time. You know what I mean? And now she ain't standing next to her. She's standing next to Kenya Moore, and she has gotten even more popular because everybody's talking about Cynthia Bailey too and her situation between her and Kenya Moore. Oh my goodness! And Cynthia's there when all this stuff is being curated with the cookie lady. She got the cookie lady in her back pocket. Hey, what's up, Alex? What's up? How you doing? It's good to see you. What's going on with you? I gotta get you on the channel. Hey, okay, Bullets. What's up? So, it's a crazy situation. So I was just like, shit. I was like, yo, Nene was like, and Candy sitting here like, yo, this is fighting shit. Like, we time to beef. I know, Alex, I haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you. For real, for real. And so, Candy was like, this is some fighting shit. Even Candy's a multi-millionaire, got multi-companies. She's up there. She's going to hit to the top, too. She's already at the top. She's about to hit the billions. And she was like, yo, this is some fighting shit. That's why she stood up. She was like, yo, this is just like, okay, Kenya, you can sit here and say the little stuff you're saying, but she's throwing popcorn and trying to spit at you. Like, this is some fighting shit. Candy was like, oh, she had a flashback. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alex White. Kenya starts stuff and can't take it when it comes back on her. Kenya is so a trouble person. I can't stand her. Oh, Lord have mercy. So you got, Candy sitting there like, yo, this is just, it's fighting stuff. And then Portia, she gets in the mix of it. And basically she's asking, Kenya Moore, what is actually the problem? What is the situation? So she's basically trying to play, mediator in this situation. Kenya Moore don't want to answer to Portia. She don't want to talk to Portia. She don't want to address the situation. Portia was like, me and Nene Leakes made up. We had some situation, but she apologized to me and everything else like that. She said some things about me. She said I was fat. She said I was this. She said I was that. And then basically Kenya Moore was like, well, she didn't call your baby a buffalo. She didn't call your baby a buffalo. And so Kenya Moore is like, she was like, I wish Portia would shut up. And then we have, Nene Leakes basically said, I'll spit. She was like, I spit, popcorn kernels. And she's doing the sound and she's doing the most, Nene. She's like, she's on one. Phil Mary's giving us all the tea. Lord have mercy. She's on one. And then you have Marlo holding her back, and then Marlo's moving her hips too, trying to calm Nene Leakes down. And she was like, oh, your hips feel so good. Too bad Kenya got fake hips. I was like, why is she saying Kenya Moore got fake hips? Like, what's going on? Thank you, Phil. Like, why is she saying she got fake hips? I was like, Nene, why you doing that? Like, you asking for that egg on. Like, Nene is the person in the classroom is saying, hey, listen, I want that head up. I want to smoke right now. I want to see you after school at 3:00. This is what Nene's doing. She's doing everything. I was like, Lord. She was like, her over there with them fake hips, and she's talking hella shit. I was like, Lord. Like, what's going on? Bates, Nene Leakes is a bird. She does not have the vocabulary to argue. She has a 5th grade vocabulary. Lord have mercy. Hey, Sharia. Kenya is the one doing the most. Adams, Kenya is the only one that will stand up to Nene. That is one of the reasons why she cannot stand Kenya. Love the way Kenya stands up for herself. Hey, Bates, Nene whole face. Lord. Why you had to go there? It's a disclaimer. I don't know who do surgery. I don't know. People just be changing up on me and looking different nowadays. Hey, so this is when Kenya Moore is just like, yo, you know what? I'll acknowledge what you're saying. Portia, if that'll make you shut up. Because Portia's like, do you hear me? She apologized. She apologized to you. Did you hear what she said? Do you hear it? She was like, I'm just going to act like I'm going to say I do receive it so you can just stop. I was like, Lord, Kenya. Nene tried to reach out to Kenya. She did twice. And Candy called a lot of shit out tonight. So did Cynthia too as well. The things that they're saying are the same things I heard Nene say. And we talked about it a few minutes ago. Yes, Kenya. Oh Lord. So then Kenya Moore's like, this is what you did, Nene. You called my child a buffalo. And then, Nene doing Nene. Oh no, I didn't. I called you a buffalo. And we all know that Nene Leakes called Kenya Moore's baby Brooklyn a buffalo. Even though, she never apologized for that, but she apologized for it on Watch What Happens Live, The Breakfast Club, and her YouTube channel too as well. And she changed the story, and Nene Leakes said, this is her story. She said she meant to say that, she was big as a buffalo, not that her baby was a buffalo. So that's what she was that's what Nene said. Then Nene said, if I hurt your feelings, or if I called you a buffalo, if calling your buffalo hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, because I'm not here to hurt women. So I was like, Nene, you're not here to hurt women. You just told this woman her punani's dry, her husband don't want her, she's bipolar. You was throwing popcorn kernels at her. You almost tried to spit on her. You was talking about her fake hips. What you mean you don't try to hurt women? What you mean you don't try? I was like, they be doing the most. Hey, Levon, what's going on, baby? What's good with you, baby? What's good? It's good to see you. Adams, Portia's getting on my last nerves for real. I think everybody played a good part tonight. Like, everybody did what they supposed to, in my opinion. I'm not talking about like the negative behavior and insulting each other or anything else like that. Like, shit hit the fan, it hit the table, and basically people was like, Kandi called what she saw out, and she was being a friend to Kenya Moore at the same time, but letting her know that, like, yo, you gotta move forward. Like, come on, she ain't gonna keep apologizing to you. And Portia basically said, come on, Kenya, you can forgive her. I forgave her. And she was like, well, she didn't talk about your baby. She was like, I was talked about a lot. And then you have, Kandi saying that a lot have happened to worse to people on the show. Basically, she was like, I was accused of being a rapist. So basically Kandi was like, yo, it ain't even that big. And that's what Nene's been saying the whole time, that the situation between Kenya Moore and her is not that big. People have did much worse to Kenya Moore. And then Kandi didn't say it like that, but Kandi was like, yo, people did a lot to me too, and they called me a rapist. So, I had to do it. And so this is where Kandi was like, yo, she apologized, because then he said, I apologize, if calling you a buffalo hurt your feelings. I apologize if calling, whatever. So it's not, to me, that's not really an apology. Apologies is, I'm sorry for calling you a buffalo. Not, I'm sorry if I offended you or I hurt you. That's not a real, hey, Tony, what's going on, baby? It's good to see you. What's good with you? So now we're at this point right here where, Kandi's basically is just like, yo, she already apologized, and we're not going to keep going through this shit. We're not going to keep hearing it. She's not going to keep apologizing for the buffalo comment. Like, do you hear it? Do you receive it? Do you take it? We're not going to keep going back. She apologized once. She's not going to have to keep apologizing to the situation. So I was just like, I understand that, and Kandi's being real in that situation, but damn, Kandi, she done just threw popcorn at the woman. She done tried to jump at her. She got Marlo holding her back. She got Cynthia holding her back. Shit, I wish I would sit there and have a conversation with you. But it is what it is. Nene told the truth. Her husband don't want her. Lord have mercy. Hey, Tony, Nene showing she ain't going nowhere. Keep that peach, and you know it. Oh, yeah, she said, what did she say at the end? She said something about dessert after the scene was over. You want dessert or something? I'll bring it, or whatever. Yeah, they all, like, it was all, Portia and, Tanya, they done got up in there and was like, I'm hosting this part of the trip, so they can basically get that shine. Hey, D, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, baby? What's going on? It's good to see you. What did you think about this episode? Because I know you are ready to go in. I know you are. I am so sorry for Greg in that horrible house with Nene. Oh, Lord, why you going there? Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose control up in here. Y'all going in. What is Portia's problem with Kenya? She got every right to be in that space. She feels deep in her soul to forgive Nene. Hey, an apology without true change is manipulation, and that is exactly what all these women do with these apologies. They all, on all shows, they say, if I offended you, hell yeah, you offended me. That's why you're saying if. Just say, I'm sorry. Kenya was just ready to let it go. It took Kandi a year to forgive Portia. Facts. Miller, what's going on? What's good with ya? Team Nene, you should have been here from the beginning, man. We was going in. It was some shit, baby. So, basically Candy was like, yo, I'm done with this shit. Nene is very interesting. The show will be nothing without her. Happy Days, what's going on? How you doing? What's good with ya? Mary, hi there, what's going on? So, Candy's sitting there like, yo, this is it. We're going to move on. We're going to drop this shit. How many times she got to keep apologizing and everything else like that. I was just like, Lord, I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad you guys are up. I'm glad we're here together, baby. So I was just like, shit. I was surprised at Candy. And then Portia, she's jumping in talking about I was hurt. Nene hurt me. Blase ain't a third. She's doing her thing. Team Kenya Bates. No doubt. You could be any team you want. I ain't on no team. I ain't never been on a team. I'm only team, OG. From Basketball Wives. But in this situation, Portia was just like, yo, listen, is there any team Portia's in here? Is there any team Cynthia's in here? Is there any team Mary Peep Squad in here? What's going on? So now we have this situation. So I'm just like, oh, what is really good? So Portia basically is saying like, it's, I forgave her. You got to forgive Blase in the third. And so Portia's basically trying to put it out there like, come on, let's move forward. And then we know we have the situation where, Kenya Moore and Candy are saying that they got text messages, they got info, they got receipts where Portia was saying that nobody better forgive Nene Leakes, but maybe she had to change her heart with the situation. And I think, in my opinion, I don't think Portia really felt like she was really team Kenya and Cynthia and Candy, because I don't think she really fit in. I don't think she really thought that she was accepted. At one point in time she did, because she was gun-ho on not forgiving Nene, not being around her or anything else like that. So I guess maybe she thought the grass was greener on the other side, chilling with these girls and basically, pushing Nene to the side, but they was actually real friends. So, I guess she just felt a certain type of thing started to get to her, especially probably with the Tanya situation, the cookie lady. So she was like, you know what, let me jump back over there to my homegirl. Hey, what's up? What's going on, the Queen Lovebug? How you doing, baby? What's good with you? So good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man, Cynthia knows she would win off on Nene if she was reading her about wine, but instead she easily forgave Kenya. Kenya got Cynthia wrapped around her finger. Well, Nene was calling her the lap dog. She said Kenya Moore got lap dogs. Kenya Moore's lap dogs. I was like, yo, they were going in tonight. Portia is trying to get screen time. Her and Dennis Story didn't work out. And then plus on top of that, Kenya Moore, like, we can't deny this, Kenya Moore has been shining this season. That's just clear. And she created moments that, created with the whole blogs and things like that. And who was next to her most of that time? Cynthia Bailey. So Cynthia Bailey ain't gonna bite the hand that's feeding her now. Nene used to feed her. and they used to have them scenes together, but right now she gonna be Kenya all day every day, because imagine if Cynthia wasn't friends with anybody, what will we know? It would just be what's his name that she's married, she's engaged to, Mike Hill, because other than that, like, she's in Kenya's situation with Mark Daly and all that other stuff. So it makes, and Kenya Moore is opening up to Cynthia. And then that big moments with, Kenya Moore opening up about her relationship is usually with Cynthia and Candy. And it's not with Portia. So it is what it is. So, getting back to that. So, so they got receipts on you, Portia. I don't know if we're going to see a reunion because, Andy Cohen, he has, whatever, that's out here in these streets. He got the coronavirus. So we'll see. And plus, we'll all be in quarantine. They're shutting down at 12 o'clock here. Like, we're going to have the National Guards running the streets. So you have that situation. And then, we get to the scene where Nene did call Kenya Moore's baby a buffalo. But Nene said that she didn't mean it. She meant to say that Kenya's big as a buffalo. And Nene said, I don't talk about nobody chilling. I don't talk about nobody chilling. I don't talk about chilling. I don't talk about nobody chilling. I was like, Lord. Candy, Cynthia, and Kenya don't really see it for Portia on a real friendship level. The trust is, there is, yep. There's, I think they were trying to get that with her, and and I guess Portia felt like a certain type of way, and with the Tanya situation, and then I don't know if she felt anything that Nene's been saying, because Nene's been very vocal that you are not really like standing out this season. You're on the back burner because you playing, what do you call it? You team this, you team that. Like you're in an alliance, and your alliance ain't feeding you, baby. You like taking back steps. Hey, Pennsylvania, what's going on? How you doing? What's good with you? So, Nene apologized. Cynthia looked like she's feeling Nene. And it always just seems like Cynthia, I don't know, is she scared? I don't think Cynthia is scared of Nene, but she's sitting next to her. She was holding her back. And she really does feel like, Nene Leakes is actually being genuine. And if anybody could, please, anybody know Nene's like, I don't know, Joy, baby, I don't know. You wrong. You wrong for that, sister. Sister, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. I don't know, Lord. You wrong for that. But her IQ is pretty good because she has all them businesses. She got businesses after businesses after business. Whatever boutique. She got 7 boutiques, 5 boutiques, 4 boutiques. I don't know how many she has. Thank you so much, LaVon. Appreciate that. It's taking Kenya 7 seasons to keep on with Nene because that's the only storyline she has. I am sorry. 6th season. Can't wait for her to go. Lord have mercy. Well, this season she got Mark. And she has, baby Brooklyn. So, that's helping, that's more to the storyline. And that shit is just playing out everywhere. And everybody's interested. And, basically there's going to be some stories breaking about Mark Daly and his relationship with his ex-wife. And that shit is about to hit the fan. So, it's going to get real hot real quick. I think it's going to drop Monday. Despite Nene being awful to some folks and becoming so negative, I still like her. Oh, look how sweet you. Oh, Happy Days is nice. Happy Days, what's going on? You must have had some apple pie. What's going on? Hey, Janine, how you doing? I'm well. I hope you are well, too. For real, for real. Hey, Kenya would not have been okay with the play if any other ladies had decided to act it out. You could be right. Them are her friends that are acting out the play. So, maybe if Nene had a friend in there that was acting out the play, like either, Marlo, she'd probably been more comfortable with Marlo, been comfortable with maybe Portia. Thank you, LaVon. I really do appreciate that so much. Adam, Team Nene or Team Kenya, I wonder which team will prevail at the reunion. I want to see the reunion. I can't wait to see the reunion for real, for real. So, we got that situation. And so, you would think that Nene was intoxicated, but she came back. She had the conversation with Kenya and basically apologized and basically wanted to sit down and talk. So it was like, damn, all that went down and cussing out Kenya Moore and saying all that shit. She came back because, Marlo wanted to go back too as well. And Marlo was like, you're not going to support me, Nene. I want to talk to Kenya Moore too as well. And so, this is the look that Kenya Moore had gave Candy when Candy was like, when is she gonna keep apologizing? She can't keep apologizing. And the Kenya Moore was like, I'm not gonna bring it up no more. I'm not gonna bring it up no more, or whatever. This would just be it. Please, why did not Nene flush herself in the toilet as she said all of the belongings? Lord have mercy. Queen Love Bug, I used to like Nene. Tony, I like Nene. I like all the ladies on the show. I don't got a favorite. I don't got a team. I don't got none of that. LaVon, I think production spooked Nene so he got out and dodged. Yo, the dude was kind of like holding Nene's hand or her body trying to get her to stay. Like, they really want her to see this play. Like, damn. Hey, I believe that once Portia was able to express how truly she felt and wanted to be treated, she was able to move on. And I think you do have a good point with that, because she did bring that up again to explain that that's how she brought it up twice, on last episode that, with Portia was like, Cynthia needs to express to, Kenya Moore how she feels and basically how she wants to be treated. And that's exactly what, Portia said to Cynthia, and she also, before her and Nene made up, she wanted to make sure everything was clear. Oh gosh, she got the vomit mouth out. Lord have mercy. So so she got the vomit mouth. So then she mentioned that again, to Tanya, and she mentioned that again to Nene. They were sitting by the pool and everything else like that. Yeah, they had a situation, and I think Kenya Moore is just like, I don't believe this shit. So she just sat there. She was like, okay, and she's looking, because now Marlo is saying that she has something to say, and basically Kenya Moore is under her breath. Was like, oh, now she's gonna sick Marlo on me. She's bringing Marlo now to add on to the stuff. So Kenya Moore feels like Marlo's only bringing up the situation because Nene wants her to bring up the situation, because Nene had her moment. Now it's time for Marlo to have her moment and whatever with this situation. But some people believe that Marlo was actually genuine. But once Kenya Moore got up and left, Marlo did say that I was really wrong for what I did and what I said about her mother. That was really disrespectful. And basically Kenya Moore is telling Marlo that, hey, listen, you don't come from my husband, and you don't come from my, kid or my mother. And basically you was wrong for that, blasting the third. And then other people were saying, Kenya Moore, you came for other people's, significant others too as well. So it is what it is. This is the show. So, so she makes that. So she don't really want it. She don't even want to have a conversation with Marlo. She don't want to talk to Marlo. She don't want to have nothing to do with Marlo. Point blank. Even though, Kenya Moore did pick Marlo to be on her soccer team and stuff like that. But at this time and point, she feels like it's probably a setup, and it's probably just, to add on to the situation. So it is what it is. So they're basically going to get ready to listen to, so Marlo got to say what she got to say, like, you came, you messed up my event, blase and the third, how you came and, crashed my event, and she wants an apology or whatever for it. And, she's like, I don't really want to give you an apology. Like, you came from my mother. You came from, don't come for that kind of stuff. And she was like, I really don't want to do this. And basically, Marlo was like, yo, listen, you want an apology for different things, and you wanted people to say sorry to you or whatever. Well, I can't get an apology or whatever. And so it is what it is with that situation. And she ain't gonna get it, because Kenya Moore was like, you know what? I listened to Nene. I said I wasn't gonna say nothing else, and I kept it moving, about the situation. Now you gonna make me want to talk to Marlo and and forgive her and say sorry to her. So basically she goes, if you want me to say sorry, then I'll say sorry, for the bullshit. But basically what you said about my mother, and you don't want to discuss what you said about my mother and how the things that you did say that was really messed up, really wrong and disrespectful. And if we're not going to have a conversation about that, then that's a problem. I'll give you your sorry. Because basically Kenya Moore is saying, like, what you said about my mom and everything else like that, we need to discuss that, because that shit was really hurtful and everything else like that. So let me see what you guys are saying. So Portia can't tell other people how to feel. Levon, if Cynthia responsible to speaking for herself. Sasa, Kenya trying to be the HBIC, but Kenya, nay, Happy Days, right, Tony, but Kenya is a low 30. Like, I've been hearing that word dog lately on reality. People be living, I've been saying that word for a minute, calling people dogs lately. Miller, I give this episode an A. Me too, Miller. For real, baby. What's up, Miller? Miller, what's good with you? Like, I went to go back watch a video from a while ago. I was like, oh, Miller was back here then. I was like, Miller's in the building. Hey, Marlo did seem to want to capitalize off the moment, Lord. She said, hold on, this is what A says. Marlo did seem to want to capitalize. Lord have mercy. Oh, hey, she came through. What's going on with Kenya? That is why she pulled that Nene aside. I do believe she was sorry, though, because she did that when could have never heard her. Yeah. And Kenya didn't hear her. Hey, exactly, Tony. That's love bug disgusting. Marlo needs to peach. I don't know. Marlo should have started with an apology to Kenya Moore for what she said about her mother. I agree with that. But A said she wanted to capitalize off the moment. Lord have mercy. Hey, it did look like that and shit like that, but we got to think about the editing. But she did confess in front of the girls that what she did was wrong and it was dirty. And so and she's smiling right here afterwards, but Kenya Moore, she just got up and walked away. So at this moment, you can tell that Kenya Moore is feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling like, Candy's trying to tell her to forgive. Candy's trying to tell her to, express herself and talk about this shit, and she doesn't want to. And then she got Portia in her face too as well, talking about, come on, listen to what she said. Then she got Nene that just cussed her out. And almost spit taught did the insinuation of spitting, and no spit got on her. She was throwing popcorn at her. Cynthia is quiet, Tanya is just looking, and then Marlo wants to get this apology, and so Kenya was just like, yo, I can't have this shit, I gotta bounce, I gotta go. So she gets up and she walks away because she's feeling a certain type of way. But the other ladies feel like Kenya Moore is actually leaving because she doesn't want to give Marlo her moment in her time, and they feel like it's not fair for Kenya Moore to get off what she had to say about what Marlo did to her, but she won't let Marlo say what she needs to say, and basically she's running out. So she could have stayed there and listened to what Marlo had to say, and she didn't even have to apologize to Marlo. You know what I mean? She could have just listened to her and just like, all right, cool, or whatever. But at that, when you're going through she's been, she was just battling with Nene, and then and it feels like, to her, I believe she feels like she was ganging up, and I think the rest of the crew just wanted her to be involved in the situation and not get up and leave, and so it's Candy's job to go and chase her, because at this moment they're the closest, I guess, and they're planning a trip together, and they're supposed to be hosting the trip together. Cynthia's sitting next to Nene. The lady done cussed out your friend, threw popcorn at her and shit. You just sitting there chilling, looking at her, watch her running away. If that was Nene, Cynthia would have got her ass up and ran after her. Lord. I have seen Cynthia run after Kenya Moore plenty of time. I mean, not us, Nene Leakes, but she was like, I'm not moving. I'm comfortable in this seat. Marlo is furniture, LaVon. You better stop. They are. They're all beautiful and successful. And so, Candy, she ends up catching up to, Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore is like moving her hands around, and she was like, I don't got time for this shit. And she looked very angry and very mad. Like, she looked like she was ready to, if she could have picked up one of them trees and swung it around that whole place and wiped the place clean, she would have. She was pissed off, and Candy's running after her in the dark. Candy's putting her hand trying to touch her, and she's like moving around like, I got shit to do. When I gotta go home, I gotta deal with shit. I ain't got time for this shit. Kenya Moore's pissed at this time. We also keep in mind that she is going through a lot with her situation, and then being a first time mom and how difficult that was for her, and then having a situation with Mark, and then on top of that, Mark basically telling the world, yo, I want to get up out of this marriage or anything like that. And then on top of that, siding with Nene. And then when she looks around, she don't got nobody really riding for her, like, and when you like in a hot heated moment, you want whoever with you to ride with you, be like, shut the F up, get the F out my face. She probably wanted Candy was like, Nene, you dead up wrong. No, this girl ain't gonna sit up and talk to you after what you done said to her. You done throw popcorn at who you think you are. Ain't nobody apologizing to you right now. You feel like she wanted a friend like that at that moment, but she didn't get it. She got Candy basically saying like, yo, Nene ain't gonna keep apologizing to you. Deep down, Cynthia wants to be Nene's friend. So Candy's chasing after, Kenya, and Kenya was just like, she's just like really upset. I mean, like, she's mad, like she is really mad. Luckily, it's in the dark, you really can't see her face or her eyes, but she is upset as shit. And she's swinging her arms around. I was like, you gonna get tapped down, Candy. And so basically, she's like, I'm tired. I can't deal with this shit. And basically, she's walking away, and she's upset because, she's mad. And, everybody is basically, wanting her to sit there and basically, get things cleared up. Throw the shit to the ruins. Like, put it out on the table. Like, they want to put it out on the table right there. And Kenya Moore don't want to put it. She felt like she gave enough. She don't want to give no more. And hiding your hand. So Candy's but Candy's being real with her, like, yo, like, come on, like, you need to sit down. let Marlo speak. You spoke. Come on. But Kenya Moore was like, shit. And then Nene said that, oh, you working for $5. She said that. I caught that. Nene said you working for $5 to Kenya Moore. So, Candy is trying to hug, Kenya or whatever, or put her hands on her. Kenya put shut her hands down real quick. Like, whoop. Like, get away from me. And her hand, you see how her hand is balled up, but it could be because of her nails. Like, she's about to deck the shit out of you, Candy. You better back up. She is pissed off right now. All this shit I am going through, I don't need this shit. Candy, I don't need this shit. I don't need you in my face. I don't need this shit. She got a hand. Candy, you about to get beat the fuck down. Kenya was madder than a mother sucker. Her hand is still balled up, like... But Candy understands that she's not going to get hit. But like, yo, listen. It looked like she would have tore you up, Candy. You chasing her down, trying to continue this. But Candy is being a friend. And you don't got Cynthia chasing her down. Where's Cynthia? Cynthia's still sitting with the girls. And, Kenya's going to take memory note of this shit. Lord have mercy. So, 30. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much, Lavon. I appreciate that. Carlene, hey, what's up? How you doing? Why they have to fight so much? Ratings. Adult daycare. Ooh, you bad, baby. That's a good one. Hey, Cynthia didn't want to ruffle Nene's feathers. That was clear. I am glad she didn't have to play her in the Greek tragedy. Can you say too soon? I wonder if she's going to, we got to wait for next episode. Lavon, let's not forget, Kenya was already hurting from Mark. Facts. Janine, I don't understand why Kenya is coming, but on the other hand, Nene did apologize, and Candy made a valid point. Portia accused her of rape, and that's what could have ruined her life. Exactly. I feel what you're saying. That's the same thing that she's saying, and that's the same thing everybody, the ladies, well, Cynthia and, Candy feel like the situation with Nene and Kenya Moore is not that deep, and they did bring it up to her. Like, I've been accused of rape. And then you got Nene saying, some of these ladies did worse to you, like, Portia attacked you. What's her name? Marlo done, talked about your mother like that. Cynthia's a straight up scared of Nene. Lord have mercy. Sasa, Kenya, don't throw dirt. Hey, thank y'all. I am just keeping it real. Addition, Kenya confessed to being and forgiving it, and I started my last call. Marlo did not insult Kenya's mother to comment mean there was something wrong with Kenya. Well, she apologized for that at the end. Whatever way it was, she didn't say. She said, what I said was mean. What I said was wrong. And I was mean when I said what I said. And basically, she said she was wrong. And she said that to the ladies in the group. And she didn't have to. She just kept quiet and let, Kenya run. And let the cameras follow Kenya running and Candy chasing after her. Lavon, Kenya was not responsible for her mother's abandonment. And Marlo was wrong for insinuating she was. Keep parents and kids out of your mouth, Lavon. Hey, it's funny. Nene is the only one who have reacted and had Kenya back the way Kenya wanted her homies to. Yep. Tony, Cynthia is wishy-washy. I love when people say wishy-washy. I don't know. That shit just sounds so good. Wishy-washy. He's wishy-washy, man. She's wishy-washy. Hey, Candy will drag up, she told, at the lingerie party. I know, I put that on my community wall, and Candy looked so cute. She was like, I'll drag a motherfucker. So, that was cute. Miller, they should leave the kids out of it. Amen, always. The queen love bug. Kenya is very broken, period. Libra Soul, hello my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What's going on with your soul? The soul is good. The soul is fire. The soul is strong. The soul is powerful. We're going to defeat all this negativity going on with this corona virus. Happy days. Nene does dig low, suggesting Phaedra should return to the show. It's like, what the fuck? Accused Candy of drugging and raping a cast member. Lord have mercy. Tony, Serena's ex-husband name is Shooter. Oh, I was calling him Scooter. I called him Scooter. I called him Ray. I don't know, but I called him all types of names. But his name. Milo has a lot of growing this season. She did good this, she's been pretty good this season. Kenya and her, oh, here you go with the ashy feet. Production is so shady by doing that close-up of her feet. I know they were. Facts with that situation. I was like, no, but she called it out that her feet was ashy and she was looking for her flip-flops. But they be doing that shit, though. So, Kenya was pissed off. She was mad. She was really upset at this situation. She wanted somebody to have her back. Like, but Candy didn't have her back, too. She had her back equally like an adult person should, especially on a job when you're working, because they actually on a cast, they're actually working. Now, if this is some street shit, when Nene was spitting the popcorn and throwing the popcorn, they should have jumped towards her together. And Milo should have jumped in. But, they're actually millionaires. They actually got businesses. They got careers and they're on TV. So, basically they know that it's low blows that are thrown at each other and things are shady and it gets like that. And so that's why, basically it was like, come on, let's move forward. Let's keep it going. So basically Kenya Moore is just pissed off and she's mad. I was like, she got a fence balled up. She's ready to wreak damage. And we got Portia basically saying that Kenya Moore always runs for things. And basically you see how she got up and she left. And Tanya Stans wasn't able to actually finish her conversation when it came to Kenya Moore and about the cookie lady and about which one is worse than the other. And basically, they're both saying that Kenya is actually basically just, she ignored, Tanya Sams and everything else like that. And basically when Kenya doesn't want to answer a question or she don't want to talk about something, she'll ignore it because she doesn't let anything confuse her, get in her way, or distract her. She would stay right in that place. So basically they're saying that, Kenya Moore is basically, gave Tanya Sam the brush off. And, Portia is also feeling that Kenya Moore is not really treating Cynthia right, and that apology that they had together was not really cool because Cynthia felt more hurt than the way that she felt hurt, but she just let Kenya Moore get away with that weak ass apology. And basically she didn't set boundaries and guidelines to Kenya of what she wants Kenya to do or not. Like, you can come for me on this, but don't come for my business on national TV and talk about me and stuff like that. So basically, Portia just saying that that friendship is fugazi because Cynthia basically is just getting along to get along. So that's how she's feeling. And basically, Nene Leakes is like, I'm happy, I'm doing good. She was like, I seen Brooklyn in the kitchen. I was gonna pick her up and bring her outside, but Kenya was gonna shoot me. Oh, this is what I said when Kenya Moore said to Milo Hampton, you might shoot me with a gun, come at me with a gun, but I come at you with a machine gun. I was like, oh, she said a machine gun. I was like, okay. Kenya Moore probably know how to shoot guns. I think she does, actually. Exactly, Mary Jane is gross for spitting. Yeah, that's nasty. Like, I wish you would spit on me. Yeah. They better be paying me millions for me to I'ma just get up out the way so no spit gets on me, so I don't, get kicked off the show. But shit, if Nene can beat up the production team, knock teeth out, pull shirts, you got a chance to show up again on the show, baby, Janine. Aside of all the drama, all the ladies slayed the goddess look. Oh yes, they did. They all look gorgeous this whole, in Greece. They all had like nice, unique outfits. They look nice. And yeah, their attire was beautiful. It was, for real, Janine, it was. But there was so much other drama going on, I couldn't even focus on their outfits and give you guys a side by side. Libra, so Kenya really should move that butt implant. Everybody's been saying that it makes her look disfigured. I didn't notice it, but everybody has been saying that online. In the comments in different places. Miller, I like the way Nene threw them popcorn. Lord have mercy. Imagine if she knew how to spit. I would have been like, oh, imagine she would have spit on her. Now that I'm telling you, that Grey Goose bottle would have been all up over the place. I was like, Marlo, I'll forgive you, if you just let me take that Grey Goose bottle and do some work with it. Tony, Kandi did say in her confessions that Nene spitting deserved an ass whooping. Yeah, she was like it was fight material. Adam, Portia, a psychologist now. Don't even go there. Don't even go there, Adam. Levon, Portia had a couple of sessions. I think she's a doctor. Shirley, Lord, y'all are wrong for that shit. Hey, Nene flashed. I know Nene's breast came out again. Is that her new vacation tradition? You got showing you the breast, letting you know you can suck on it. Give me some cash, give me some money, you can suck on my left tit. I don't know what Nene's doing. Happy that she didn't get a big ass because of pregnancy at 47. I don't even know. Hey, Portia also knows Nene's signature move on the exit room, Lord. So basically, they're having a conversation. Portia's feeling a certain type of way, and she's feeling like, basically, Kenya's not being held to the fire, and Nene's agreeing too as well. And they feel like, she's letting Cynthia is letting Kenya more mistreat her and everything else like that. So it is what it is. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. What is going on with this situation? So basically, they're calling Kenya Moore out, saying that she's always walking away and running off, and she doesn't deal with any situation. And basically, they're pissed about that. And they're talking about that. And they're talking about that, Kenya Moore didn't really apologize when it comes to Tanya Sampson. So basically, we get to the point where Candy's just like, yo, I'm done with this shit. Like, I don't want to be in between. I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable. I want to move comfortable around. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good trip. We're going to get this shit together, or whatever the case may be, because I had to forgive Portia and move on so everybody else can have trips and do what we need to do. And Candy ain't here for this shit. And she's also letting Kenya Moore know that you did hit me, and so many other words that you was upset and you was mad. Kenya Moore act like nothing happened. She didn't see anything. She didn't know anything. Hear no evil, see no evil. For real, for real. And so, basically, Kandi was like, the other girls did a lot worse to you. I was accused of being a rapist. Kenya Moore was like, well, she came from my husband. She came from my kids. Things I never had before. And it was like, yo, there's been worse that has happened. And Candy's basically like, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have to move on. And she don't feel like, the shit that is going on between, Kenya Moore and Nene Leakes is like it can't be worked on. It's not that bad, and that's how she's feeling about the situation. And then Cynthia basically, and Kenya Moore don't want to hear that shit. Like, she's like, what? And so we have Cynthia Bailey was like, yo, listen, when Nene the first 2 days excuse me, when Nene was trying to talk to you, and she was trying to apologize to you or whatever, and blase in the third. And then Kenya Moore was like, well, she should have called me, she should have reached out and touched me. And we have Nene saying that, how am I gonna call you if we ain't even friends? My husband's going through cancer. You wanted to get pregnant. Greg didn't want cancer. So you guys already heard that. So Nene said that, and so about this part. And then Cynthia Bailey was like, yo, listen, I feel like when Nene Leakes tried to come to you to talk to you, that she really was genuine. And Cynthia Bailey feels that way because Cynthia Bailey is the one that told Nene Leakes that she should go over there and have a conversation with Kenya Moore, because she's been married here the longest and all this other stuff. But y'all in the comments saying that Greg don't even want her. I don't know what's going on. Lord. And so now you have that situation. So it is what it is. And so, Kenya is like, I don't think it's that. Like, yo, like, she wasn't sincere. She wasn't real about that. And she don't believe that, she was, and she doesn't believe that it's sincere. And Kandi was like, yes, it was. Like, I think it was, because she tried to reach out to you twice. And Kandi was like, she was sitting at the table talking to you. And it's just like, Kenya Moore can't remember that, Nene. I don't know if Nene is so irrelevant to Kenya Moore that she don't even remember that Nene was trying to reach out to her and talk to her at the dinner table when they first got to Greece. And then, Candy's saying that she tried to talk to you another time, and then she tried to talk to you And then, she tried to reach out to you too as well. So and then Candy's like, basically, she tried to reach out to you before she reached out to Portia. And so basically, Candy's saying like, yo, she tried to be cool with you. She's trying to have this conversation with you so it can just be cordial and it won't go there. What makes the trip a lot better, because Candy wants to enjoy her trip, and she was trying to apologize to you before and talk to you and amend, not apologize, because let me take that back. She was trying to amend the situation with you before she was even thinking about amending the situation with Portia. And Portia is the one that grabbed Nene Leakes and pulled Nene Leakes to the side. Nene never pulled Portia to the side to talk to her. Portia pulled Nene to the side. So basically, it seems like Candy is saying that there was missed opportunities where, what went down last night didn't have to go down if we would have handled it. In so many words, that's what I'm thinking. Yes, I am. Let me put it on the screen. So we have that situation, and then, so they're playing at the beach and all this other good stuff. This was cute. Portia was really dragging Nene along. She was picking her up, but Nene couldn't get back, but they couldn't get back up when they scoot down and get the water. Kenya Moore did good, you know what I mean? But Portia didn't let them win, and they basically was playing games and stuff like that. So Kenya Moore won one time with her team partner, Tanya, Kenya, and Portia, and Nene won one time, and Cynthia and Marlo was just basically very shady towards each other. But this was cute, and Nene's, breast done came out. I think it came out twice. She had, a different type of bathing suit on. Basically, you see Portia dragging the shit out of Nene. And Tanya is dragging Kenya Moore, but at least Kenya Moore is putting some feet into the situation. And then, we get down to the scene where, Candy thinks it's a good idea that she's going to play Kenya Moore, and Cynthia is going to play, Nene. And basically, Cynthia was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I just got back on her good side. And Portia was like, I don't think this is a good idea either. But, Candy was like, I don't give a I'm working on my acting, and this is drama. After that last scene, and basically I think Nene felt like it was going to be shots at her because these are not her peoples like that, and she already thinks that they're in alliance and they're going to make her be looked out to be as the bad person or not give her a fair shot because she feels like she hasn't been getting a fair shake. And on top of that, you have Candy and Cynthia agreeing with Nene hasn't been getting a fair shake in so many different words when it comes to, her and Kenya Moore sitting down having a conversation and talking and the forgiveness situation. But after the popcorn and the spit, girl, every time I see you, it be on sight. It's like as soon as I see you walking the streets of Atlanta, we are going to get it. But Nene ain't no punk either. Like, yo, you ain't gonna be trying me like that. Nene said to Portia back in the day, just don't get caught on camera. Don't let them film you do it. And Nene was the role model to Portia, talking about don't do this, don't do that. She was ready. She was going in. I was like, Lord have mercy. If I was Kenya Moore, I'd be riding around in the hood. I'd be having Shaquana, Shanika in the car. I have Ray Ray, following us. She lived right down the street from Portia. I was like, yo, you ain't gonna try me like that. Come for me like that. I ain't gonna try to lose my job and things like that and then actually get my reputation, destroyed because, these ladies have businesses and brands and there's a certain way that they want to be portrayed and looked at too as well. But at the same time, they getting punked. Like, imagine she would have spit on her. Lord have mercy. So Nene was like, I'm not here for this shit. I'm moving forward. I'm going on. These mother suckers ain't gonna sit here in front of me and make fun of me and laugh about me and try to be shady towards me. I ain't gonna be your lapdog. I ain't gonna be your clown. Y'all ain't gonna get no laughs off me. You gonna try to set me up and do this shit to me? I've been doing this for a decade. Y'all ain't gonna do this shit to me. I don't know if they are, but it seems like this is why she's getting up and leaving. She was like, I ain't desperate. I done already been in a bunch of scenes. I done already been back. I done already got my paycheck. I done already cashed it. I done already did what I did. So therefore, y'all ain't gonna sit here and try to shade me with me. I was like, Lord have mercy. Nene was like, nah, y'all, nah, I did what I did. Y'all think y'all gonna try to outdo what I did and try to make me look bad? Nah, I done already did what I did. Even though Nene feels like she probably made her look bad, but I think Nene's probably looking back at her like, what I did wasn't really too kosher. But, she's her own boss other than Bravo. So, you have that situation. I was just like, Nene was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm leaving. I ain't trying to be around. Marlo trying to get her to sit there. And Nene was like, they don't pay me the big bucks for me to just sit around and get disrespected. And Nene was like, they can have that shit for themselves. They can do it for themselves. Cynthia, go ahead on and knock yourself out. Break a leg. And, Kenya Moore was like, Nene is running because she is going to be betrayed who she is. And she's probably embarrassed. Nene was like, listen, you better get it right. I reached out to her 2 times. And so, when Candy was talking, she was like, we got to say something towards, Kenya more, because if we are so nice towards Kenya or we don't say much, Nene thinks that we're going to be going against her or whatever. So, use guys' word. That's what it sounded like the plan was. You're going to throw a little bit of shot at Kenya more, but most of the shot is going to be at Nene. And Nene was like, y'all ain't going to eat off me today. Right now, I'm leaving. So, that trip was, what would you say? Happy days. Oh, Eva isn't even in this trip. She ain't even on the trip. Eva. If anybody want to call in, let me know how you feel, what you think about the show. Somebody did call, but I didn't have the thing on. So let me turn it up. Turn it up. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. I was like, this shit is crazy. Okay. Please check out Tony's YouTube channel and show him some love. Please go subscribe to Tony. He's in the chat. He's a moderator. Please go subscribe to him and show him some love. Please subscribe to the Queen Lovebug YouTube channel. Please subscribe to Chef Disaster YouTube channel too as well. And I'm trying to remember who else has a channel in here before we get into the call-ins. Y'all gonna make me lose my... I was like, Lord, I couldn't believe what I seen. I mean, like, Lord, she went in. Like, Nene, you did. She... And then on top of that, not only what Nene did... there was nobody really to say that she was wrong for what she did on camera. Like, they didn't get that. Like, yo. I was like, what? Okay, here we go. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Tell me your name and where you calling from, please.
Hello, good morning, Mary Jane.
Oh, good morning. How you doing?
How's life been treating you with this COVID-19, putting everybody in jail?
I know. It is. It's a mess. Like, I just want to go back to normal. All the complaints I've made, all the things that I said. If I could just go outside, not worrying about wearing a mask and gloves, and there would be food in the stores, I would be happy. And my friends and my family didn't get laid off from their jobs,
Well, yeah, unfortunately. But anyway, there's been no more deaths reported for the past 4 days in China, if you want to know. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, well, we can't believe anything they say.
Well, it's in Wuhan itself. I have some friends who are living down there,
Oh, okay. Because I don't, with the numbers and the things that they were giving out, I don't believe them. But, and the things that they were saying, like, they just be lying to us. We just sitting here like sitting dummies. Okay, tell us what you want.
Well, flu and Ebola kills more people per annum, so I don't know.
That's true, but they're making us scared.
Yeah, they're making you scared, but I mean, I'm not worried. So,
I'm not used
to read some books.
I'm not used to having military walking up and down my street and having the National Guards. I'm not used to that type of shit. I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not used to that.
Yeah. So sorry, America. England is still staying sensible. We've just been told to go home over the COVID. But Paris, definitely, the military is out because people were not doing social distancing. Mm-hmm. They went to the park and had a party. So Emmanuel Macron had enough, and he thought, okay, let me deploy the army. Maybe they'll get it.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, because they're trying to reduce the disease, the spread of the disease. That's really it.
That's
You
what
know, so
everybody hopes.
you have to, yeah, you have to follow what they're saying. So that way it reduces deaths, and when things get better, we all get to go back to our respective jobs. You know, simple.
Yes, it's very true.
You know, so people should try and respect what their government is saying. I mean, I know that you've got the village idiot over there, but don't worry, we've got his cousin over here. You know?
Oh, you got to cover it over here. Just as long, you know, it's just a whole lot going on. You know, people don't want to be confined in. They don't want to be confined in their home. That's number one. So, you know, especially when you never had anybody, you know, tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and you never had really any constraints on, you know, your movement. And especially if you feel like you're the elite of society and you've been spoiled and you have millions forever, you're like, you know what? F this. And if you're a trust fund baby, you're dancing around and you're like, F this.
Oh, don't you know, the trust fund babies have actually run out of the country. They ran out of the country before the airports were going to shut down officially. And some of them have gone to Uruguay, Hong Kong. I know, according to some of the clients we've had at work. So they've been looking at us and going, no, just give me this. You sign the credit card slip yourself. I'm not touching your pen. I'm leaving the country in less than an hour. I have to be in the airport. So thank you. Bye. And like, really, okay, you're running away from coronavirus. Let me see again. It's airborne. Okay, get in the plane. You're going to find it there when you get there. God bless you.
You know? So what do you think about tonight's episode?
Away from?
It's crazy.
This episode. Oh, my goodness. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. God.
What do you think about Nene? I would say Nene.
Oh, my good old Nene.
Nene.
I understand where Nene is coming from. I understand why the situation degenerated because, let's just say, like I said, I'm not a fan of anybody there. The thing with Nene and, what's her name, Kenya, is that Nene has tried off camera numerous times to text, phone the lady, you know? Then she comes on camera, they're doing their jobs. She's also approached this woman. Last time was at the bowling alley when she tried to let her know that she had no issues with her and they're good. You know what I mean? That was an opportunity for Kenya to say to Nene, you know what? My biggest problem with you is the comment you made about my pregnancy.
I don't think she wanted to bring that up, and I don't think she wanted to have that conversation with Mark around.
Yeah.
Because she's very nervous around Mark.
I mean, take it this way. It doesn't matter about the place or whatever, because I'm not saying she should have done it right there and then. But Kenya kept promising that she can't be doing this. She will talk to her later. You understand?
Yep.
But the later never came. How old is this baby? This baby is 1 year old now, I believe. You know, just over 1 year old. The pregnancy was 9 months. So, you've taken that thing that far. There are some women whose pregnancies are described as carrying elephants, mammoths, and everything. It's not that deep. You know, it's all about how big you get. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. The baby wasn't born at the time. You can forgive that comment, move on. There are more important things in life than this nonsense. You know? I mean, at the end of the day, not everybody has a good-looking baby, if we're really honest. And some of us just don't mention it. No, let's be honest. Some people have ugly-ass babies. Babies are cute, but some of them ugly. You know? So nobody talked about your baby per se. They just talked about the pregnancy. And I knew all along that that's what, what's her name? Nene meant when she said, oh, that baby is buffalo, whatever. That's what she meant to say at the time. But the problem with these two ladies, same personalities. That's the problem with the two ladies. That's why they cannot communicate. And it seems that in the relationship between Nene and Kenya seems to bring out a whole load of venom out of Nene. I've noticed out of all the other ones, you know, when things are not going that well, Nene doesn't go so far below the belt. But with Kenya, it's like the gloves are off. You know, to me. And I can understand what provoked it, because at dinner she tried to offer the hand of peace, you know, the olive branch, and said to her, I'm open to you coming to talk to me, yada, yada, yada. Then Kenya acts as if she heard, then she deliberately humiliates Nene and starts acknowledging all the other ladies around, excluding Nene. She didn't do it once, she did it twice. You understand? Shame doesn't kill, but humiliation is it's an insult. And then she's telling, what's her name, Candy, a different thing in the kitchen that, I will bring the baklava. And then I will explain to her, no, it's too late when you bring out the baklava. Because it was at the table when Nene handed over the olive branch. You could have looked at Nene and said to her, well, yes, our history has not been that great, you know, but I'm not ready to have that conversation with you. It's simple. It's as simple and as short as that. She said she could be civil. That's what Kenya said, that she is capable of being civil. She has not been civil so far. You know, you can forgive somebody, but you don't have to be best friends with them. You don't. You don't have to be best friends with them. But how is somebody supposed to know that they've deeply offended you when you don't even tell them the cause of the offense? Exactly how they're supposed to communicate that with you when you refuse to hear? That's the thing I don't understand. Mary Jane, what do you think? I don't understand. How was Nene supposed to know that the bone of contention between her and what's her name was, you know, the Buffalo comment?
Well, she knows now. She knows about the Buffalo comment now.
But you see, but the thing is, but Kenya did it under the weirdest of circumstance, right? She waited for things to explode, you understand, before she vomits it out. So therefore, how can you now argue that the apology was insincere because it appears too casual, because the person said, I apologize, instead of saying, oh, I am sorry? Well, it's the circumstances in which you reveal it to them. The many times Nene has come to you, to try and find out, you know, what is going on, let's move forward with this. You have never contributed a dime, a penny of your offense to her. So therefore, what is she apologizing to you for? You understand? It doesn't make sense. It's very contrary. Even if you detest somebody to the highest level, you have to let them know. How does a friend know how to treat you with respect? Is when you let them know what you will not take. You understand? That's it. That's what people do with their friends. If your friend is the type that likes to call you bitch and you are the type that doesn't like those type of expressions, you will let your friend know. In Africa, we don't call anybody bitch because that's at your own risk and peril. We go for blows. You know, we go down on the ground, we'll make you eat sand. That term is not funny. But in America, it's a common thing, you know. You could call your best friend bitch, how are you? And all that, or you heifer. And it's like, really? Who are you talking to?
Some people, like what we see on TV and probably conversations that you see or whatever, you see that. But it is a lot of people that if you call them a B word, it's a problem. But we have Janine. She goes, she says the same thing that you're saying. Nene and Kenya are the same person and a different body. And we have a question for from Happy Days. Do you think she is scared of Mark because he's violent? I'm not really buying it. What do you think about that question from Happy Days?
I'm not buying it. I just think that Kenya is actually faking it, to be very honest with you, because Kenya is the queen of provocation. Let me tell you something. Kenya breaks every single international law on provocation, because there is a law on provocation. Kenya will always stick a mouth somewhere, but you know that these people are going to come at you with blows, right? And you can't fight. Why is you talking? You see what I mean? You like to humiliate people, but your punches don't follow your words. If you're going to do that, you know what? Let's get down and dirty. You know what I mean? It's simple and short. Nobody's calling the police here. Let's just have this fight, like in the ring, and we sort ourselves out. It's simple and short. If you want to go native, some people are ready to go native with you. But this thing with Mark, nah, she ain't scared of Mark. She's lying. She's just trying to make people think that she's really scared of that guy. I mean, please, for God's sake, you've been intimate with that man. You've had arguments with that man in that house, outside of the camera's visions. And basically, you've managed to survive it and overcome it. Because the way in which that man is treating you with contempt and disrespect, It's not yesterday it started. You understand? It's not yesterday it started. You've been with him almost 2 years. No, you ain't scared of that guy. You're just trying to make it look exaggerated, because I don't think that Mark is the type that would actually hit a woman. He's not that type, but he will tell you about yourself, and he can't fake it. If he doesn't feel anything for you, he will show it. Simple and short.
What do you
I'm
think
with
about?
Happy Days on that.
What do you think about Candy's behavior on this episode with Kenya?
I think, I don't know, because I mean, I've been watching some of the other interviews thereafter, you know what? And I just think that Candy's behavior has actually been quite good, because she's been playing the devil's advocate in this whole thing. And I think Candy has come to a realization, because she was accused of, something major, being a potential rapist and also a kidnapper. She and her husband. So when she's looking at, beef between herself and other cast members and stuff like that, she's put things into perspective. These things are not serious insults. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words, So she's telling Kenya, like, look, Kenya, this is not serious. What's happened between you and Nene is not serious. Why are you not letting it go? Why are you unwilling to open the door to at least get your apology, which is what you says bothers you? But if you're not talking to me, how do you get an apology from me? Through osmosis? I don't understand the woman's reasoning.
She doesn't want to be bothered with Nene. She doesn't want to mess with Nene. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but take it this way. Is me giving you an apology messing with you? I'm not messing with you. I'm just giving you the apology because it makes you feel better. But let me tell you something. In psychology, Mary Jane, yeah? Forgiveness is actually not for your enemy. It's for yourself. And I said last time I spoke to you, I said to you that my problem with Kenya is that she's very unforgiving and she's vindictive. And she proved it. When she was talking to Marlo, she now confessed that the reason why she did the drum thing and tried to ruin Marlo's business was something that happened years ago that she's still holding on to. Because Marlo said, if somebody's mother doesn't want to be bothered with them, it says a lot about the person. You see what I mean? That's what Marlo said to Kenya. So if it bothered Kenya that much, why did she not have it out with Marlo within the first year of that comment passing on? Why would Kenya go to bed at night and still cogitate, burn up, and fuel this nonsense comment that Marlo made all this time, and then seek ultimate revenge for it? Look, there is a way to hit back at your enemy and teach them a lesson so they learn something. But these people, Kenya and Nene, they sometimes love to go below the belt. And there's a degree of going below the belt that you should and should not do. And these people always manage to exceed limitations.
I think Kenya is to me, it feels like that when I say Kenya she doesn't want to mess with Nene. She doesn't want to talk to her. She don't care if she reaches out. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to have anything to do with her. She'll film with her, but she don't want to have to talk to her. She just wants to avoid her, point blank, period. And the same thing with Marlo. She wants to avoid them. It seems like, once you cut that line that Kenya has, she doesn't want to be bothered with you. She don't need to fake be your friend. She don't need to fake talk to you. She'll film with you. You guys could go everywhere together, but don't try to address me and don't try to talk to me. And it's just like she's a type of person that she doesn't need to talk to you. There's some type of people. There are some people that they just cut you off and not want to be bothered with you, period. And that's where she's at with them.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have met a lot of people that are vomit-inducing, you know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, since I am pretty sure I've got a place in heaven, I refuse for them to get there before I do. That's why I forgive these people. So Kenya keeps telling other people, no, my problem with Nene is that she made the buffalo comment about my baby and I need an apology. You always need an apology, Kenya, but the thing is, apply your advice to yourself and to your own life. And that's why I like the fact that Candy eventually had the guts to look at Kenya and say to Kenya, but hold up, Kenya. She has attempted to apologize and speak to you a number of times, but your door is not open to hear it. So therefore, how do we achieve that which you desire the most, which is that apology? So what if you don't want to be bothered with somebody? I work corporate, okay? I work for the courts, the Royal Court of Justice. And let me tell you something. I have met some vomit-inducing judges. I have met some vomit-inducing lawyers. But guess what? Every morning when I stand up, I have to go and work with some of these bastards, yeah? It doesn't stop me having a smile on my face when I get there and I see them. It doesn't stop me having civil conversations with them because, hey, that's the nature of my job. I have to endure them in that particular circle. But when I leave the place, do I really want to exchange phone numbers? Do I want to stop at the nearest bar with you? No, I don't. We just keep it professional. We just keep it clean. So ROA is a professional, it's an income for these ladies. Kenya wants to stay in there despite the fact that, she does not want to talk to Nene anymore. You say that she doesn't want to be bothered with Marlo. But excuse you, last time at the dinner table, when she ignored Nene's olive branch, didn't she mention Marlo in her complimentary comment, saying that even thank you to Marlo for coming, for reaching out? Marlo even stood up to go and hug Kenya, and Kenya didn't actually reject her. So what is it? Because Kenya is sending mixed messages. If you want an apology, you've got to be ready to hear it. Get your apology. That doesn't mean we're friends. That doesn't mean I want to have a cup of coffee with you. That doesn't mean anything. So if the only thing I have to endure with you is going on girls' trips for the sake of Bravo, then that's cool. You know what I mean? If I ask you to pass me the potato, don't think that I'm seeking your hand in friendship. That's okay. Can you just pass me the potato? It's simple as short. That's how you do it professionally. Not that you sit there, your face is squeezed tight, like an African tribal mask. Yeah, every time the person is talking to you, you look like, you've got to stick up your ass. Every time, you hear the person's voice. What is your problem? If the person does not exist for you, then your face should not even have the slightest expression on it. That's how you do it. Your face shouldn't have the slightest expression on it because the person does not exist to you. So what is the big deal? You say you want your apology. The person tries to give you your apology. Then you force their hands to give you the apology in such fiery circumstances that you now claim that you don't think the apology is sincere. But Kenya, you yourself, you are the queen of hypocritical apologies, Kenya. You shade your so-called friends all the time, and immediately to look repentant, you always come with the nice. She's a pro. Kenya is a pro, but she will go back and shade her friends. That's my problem with her relationship with Cynthia, because I think Cynthia is thick. She's thick as two planks. She's dim-witted. She's a fool. And her daughter was right when the daughter... No, seriously. Noelle, remember there was a scene, I think like a few episodes back, when she picked up, when she was about to get divorced from that guy, Peter. And they were in the car, and at one point, Noelle turned around and looked at her mother and said to her mother, but you seem really weak though, Mom. You see what I mean? For your child to come and tell you that is the worst insult a person can receive. For your child to come and tell you that. I mean, is Cynthia so desperate for friends that she will settle for anything? What happened to self-respect?
It's not about self-respect. It's not about self-respect. It's about, making sure you're connected with the right person who's actually shining on the show, so you can stand next to them and create moments, and then you could continue to get that peach. Because if you get boring and you become obsolete, you keep your mouth closed, guess what? You ain't gonna be on the show. I wonder if we're gonna see Eva again, because Eva hasn't really, she played an important part in the beginning, but she has been it's like she ain't even on the show.
Well, yeah, Eva's just there to get pregnant. Every time you turn around, she's popped one. So there you go. That's her part in the show. It's good for fertility.
Cynthia wants to she doesn't have that faith and that security in herself, and she said it. She admitted that she's insecure, and Marlo brought it up in this episode. She's insecure, and she don't really believe that she has that standout personality where she can stand out on her own and be her own person, but she feels like she has to gravitate towards someone that is strong and powerful as seen on the show, just in the atmosphere of the show, that because 1 minute she was attached to Nene, now that she's not attached to Nene, she's attached to Kenya, but she can't be just Cynthia, and that's the problem.
But the thing is, how long is Kenya going to go on with this Buffalo nonsense, to try and keep us entertained? Because I'd rather they actually did a special series where we could just concentrate on their marriage, because I just really want to see where this thing is going.
That's more interesting, because even the lady said, even Candy was just like, yo, she ain't gonna keep apologizing. And it was like, okay, we gotta move on from this, because there's more interesting
because the
stuff.
viewers will get tired.
And then,
we will get tired of the Buffalo comment every single episode. What is it? Let it go. People are dying in this world. Serious things. You know what I mean? You can no longer apologize to those that you offended. You've got an opportunity to be apologized to. Please take it, accept it, move on. Simple.
But now should she she forgives the Buffalo comment, but what about the spit, and what about saying your effing coochie's dry and your man left you?
Well, that's what happens in situations of war.
They be saying the word.
Let's not be children.
They say the word, but this is what Portia had brought up, that now Kenya Moore is gonna use the insults, and Candy seemed like she felt that way too as well. Like, okay, we're gonna move along from the Buffalo conversation, and now we're gonna move on to the spinning situation. And it's like, if Nene just had some self-control, it would have been a whole lot better. But now it's gonna be a whole nother thing, because now it's just not Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore has millions of fans, just like the rest of the lady has millions of fans. They're gonna be like, yo, don't forgive her. And you gotta understand, the fans play a whole part into it, because they're on their Instagram, they're in their Twitter, they're supporting them, they're donating to their charities, they have their fan clubs too as well, and so do you personally, if someone tried to spit at you and threw popcorn at you, do you said you're forgiving, so you're gonna forgive them?
Yeah, after I beat you up. Yeah.
Oh, see, after you beat you up. See?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. After I beat you up first, a couple of punches in, then let's move on.
Yeah, let's fight and let's just go. I told Kenya Moore, drive around Nene's house, find her, get that head up, and then boom, you guys are good, because
we'll settle it a Russian way. We'll beat each other up senseless, and then it's done.
And keep it going. It don't gotta be on camera. Levant, is all fairness, Nene has done a lot to Kenya.
I'm calling the police. As long as we agree nobody's calling the police, we're just, exchanging a couple of punches, and we're going to live with our bruises for a week or so. I'm good. But I got to beat you up.
Rico the Brat says that Buffalo comment, I almost laughed that Kenya said it, la. So basically she's saying that she don't think the comment is all that serious either. Nene can't call anybody a Buffalo because she looks like, oh God, I'm not even gonna say the rest.
Yeah, but I don't know why people are taking it that seriously. You understand? There's some ordinary pregnant women that we've seen. Some women have blooming pregnancies. I mean, some women do. A bit like Eva, because her face, her nose didn't change and stuff like that. But there's some women who morph, you understand, into something else. There is swollen legs, swollen nose, nostrils, the face pops up, all sorts of things, So when you're looking at them, sometimes you're thinking, dang, babe, maybe you should stop being pregnant, because, right now you're looking like something out of a horror movie. But hey, and then when you push the baby out, you come back to normal, the comments change. So nobody's taking it that deep. The baby was not born yet. They said, looks like a buffalo. I've had a cousin whose pregnancy was called, looks like she's carrying an elephant. Did she take it to heart? Not really, because after the baby was born, we all looked at it, we all voted, is it good looking or not? But yeah, baby's cute. Okay, cool. Simple. It wasn't an ugly baby, so we were having a hallelujah moment. So what? It's not a big deal.
Okay, question.
She didn't insult the baby. She didn't insult the baby directly. She insulted the pregnancy. transparency, but I knew what she meant. And people are taking it so deep that it is like so insignificant. I mean, in the world where people are dying and there are other more important things to do, this buffalo thing is a lot of bullshit. I mean, to wake up every day and manifest that sort of energy and hatred, that's what makes Nene win over Kenya. That's what makes your enemy superior to you, because you keep fueling that hatred whilst your enemy is just standing there just looking at you. It's nonsense. Let it go.
And that was crazy when Marlo and Kenya Moore was talking, and then Kenya Moore said, "You're the actress," and she got up and she walked away, and then, you know, Candy was like, "Oh my God, Nene was been dragging you and insulting you the whole night. You did, and you stayed there and you dealt with it, but soon she's called you an actress, you run away." I was like, "Oh," yeah, I was like, Candy's calling shit out, but Candy and, you know, Nene Leakes are beefing now. Well, they're beefing online, basically insulting each other.
Yeah, because I mean, Nene is, I think, suspects her of playing a sort of a game where she's not taking a clear side and everything else. And to be very honest with you, I don't even understand why Candy and Nene had differences from the beginning, because they never really had a problem, you know. But if that's the way Nene wants to look at it, and she wants to beef with that, I don't support Nene in that instance. You understand? But I also don't like the way sometimes Candy in the past has been unfair to Nene, regardless of the situation, whether or not you like the woman or don't. But in this particular episode, I have to commend Candy for making Kenya accountable for her actions. And Kenya is right, because Kenya is trying to dish out a certain set of rules that applies to the other women according to her book of law and self-delusion, you understand? But then it doesn't apply to her. So look, a wise man once said, you know, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, or you know what, people...
Oh, I think the call just dropped. I guess it was too long on the app, so the call dropped. My bad. The call dropped, sweetheart. Yes, it did. The call dropped. What are you guys talking about? Bullshit. I had a lady make a comment about how big I was when I was pregnant. It stuck with me until the day, and I wish I could see her again. FYI, my daughter is 12, and I should have let this go. Little shit. All right, we talked about forgiveness tonight. Have forgiveness. But I see the point that you're trying to make, that sticks and stone might break my bones, but words will never hurt. But sometimes, words stick with you, especially if you're going through an emotional point. And Kenya Moore was going through an emotional point or whatever, but you're giving the example that the words do stick to you. So, and maybe Kenya Moore is just like you, as that word is going. I mean, as it, what you heard, it has manifest and created, but you have to let it go, because you can't let somebody have control over you. But it was a crazy episode. I'm sorry, sweetheart. The phone hung up on you. I think the app threw it off or whatever. I don't know what happened, or maybe your phone went dead or it hung up, but... Tassie, I don't think those type of comments ever leave your mind. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Please tell me your name and where you calling from, please. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's good with you?
Good to hear from you.
It's good to hear from you too. How's everything over there? And you know what? I put it in the chat earlier that you're in Baltimore, Maryland, right? No, you're in Michigan.
Right.
My bad. You're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, there is a company that's in Baltimore, Maryland, which I just ordered from. So this is my first time ordering from this company. I'll put the link in the chat below, where if you need toilet paper, tissue, and different things like that, it's a black-owned business that's been, going on for a long time, and they are stocked up. So I put my order in because Tariq Nasheed, recommended, and I ordered. So if you need any tissue or anything to anybody, I'm going to put it in the chat. So what's good with you? How's everything?
Oh, it's good, and I wanted to tell you that I know you said that Michigan was affected by the water crisis, but it was just Flint. It's just Flint.
It was Flint, okay.
Kind of affected.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up.
But the rest of the state is good.
Okay, good. That's good. So what's going on? What you think about the episode? Tell me your thoughts. What stood out to you the most tonight?
Well, really, the beginning, you know, when Nene tried to spit, you know, at Kenya, I was just like, that was unnecessary. That was very uncalled for. I mean, everything else was cool, but the spitting, come on now, you ain't gotta stoop that low. I ain't never seen her stoop that low before.
That's what Cynthia said.
I mean, that is ridiculous. You ain't that mad at that woman that you kind of spit on her. Come on now. You too old. But I'm thinking it's that plastic surgery that's making her act out like that. Because the old Nene wouldn't have did that. The new Nene or the old Nene would have wanted to do her like him, you know, get up in her face and try to fight her. Yeah, so I'm just like, that was the most disgusting part of the night, you know, her trying to spit. But then, you know, Tanya and Portia, they up there, like you said, the last episode.
They were laughing their ass off.
You can't be, I mean, I think they was egging it on, to tell you the truth, egging that whole argument on by doing that. Because of, you know, that was probably making, if Nene was paying that attention, they was probably making her think that, you know, they was on her side. And, you know, I feel like it's like the group is like divided into two teams.
Yep.
If you think about it, you know, because you mentioned it, I'm like, and I ain't never seen it that this divided before on the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nene said it on her channel. She said, you got, you know, mean girls and good girls. So she's calling the crew with Candy, Cynthia, and Kenya the mean girls. I forgot what she called her group.
The good girls, you know, and then Eva's part of that Kenya group.
Yeah, she is.
And I feel like Kenya is like the star of the season because it's like all the drama is just centered around her. I'm like, this her biggest season yet.
Oh yeah, tonight was crazy. But Nene was like, you know what? This is the way I'm feeling tonight, and she just kept going. She was going in. I was like, shit. She was throwing popcorn, trying to spit, saying I'll beat you up. I was like, Lord, she was in the streets tonight. She was in Greece in a beautiful setting, but she was street last night.
Yeah, I ain't seen her been that way in a long time since Kim was on the show. Since, you know, Kim V. But, yeah, Kenya, though, she has done a lot of stuff to people in the past. I just feel like, you know, Nene probably thought about all that, and as she said on her channel, she was like, I'm not going to let her get away with nothing. I'm going to, like you say, go off on her, and I'm going to let her know who she dealing with. You know, so it's just like, you know, Kenya's that karma that she, you know, what she did to Kim Fields and, you know, Phaedra and Apollo, and then how she talked about Portia when she was married. I just feel like some of that karma is coming back on her, unfortunately. But but she don't deserve to be treated the way that we've seen her be treated by Mark. No woman deserves to go through that. And I feel like his karma is them rats and them bugs at that restaurant, because since then we ain't seen him on the show. I'm like, you gotta straighten that out now. You got a whole nother problem, because if that keeps happening, ain't nobody gonna be coming to that restaurant.
If it's even open now, because everything is shutting down in New York. Some people the news is saying that a lot of things are shut down in New York, but then people that are from New York are hitting me up online and telling me that things are not shut down.
Yep, they said New York, Illinois,
San Francisco,
Connecticut, California, and like, so it's like we got hope that our states might not shut down completely, you know, because it's like, you know, I think they're gonna be working on it now that these are faster now that these some of these states starting to shut down. So I think they might come up with a solution. I'm hopeful that they'll come up with a solution before the whole United States shut down, every single state. Because our governor not ready to do that just yet when it comes to our state. So, and then there's some hope there. So I'm just going to pray, like you say, and just hope that all the stores and stuff don't shut down.
Yeah, because they have some places have shelter in place. San Bernardino, San Francisco, and then they're talking about doing that here at where I'm at. Bringing in a National Guard. People are telling me that the National Guard is at the convention center and they're going to be soon putting in a curfew and things like that. But the school is closed down here. Kids are going to be going to school online here. And if they don't have, as long as you have, Wi-Fi or internet, you can connect with the school. And basically the governor is saying if you don't have internet or Wi-Fi, please get in contact with your school and contact them because the kids are no longer going to school right now. I don't know when they're going to return back to school. And all the colleges here there's 3 colleges here that I know that everything is going to be off. Everything is going to be online. It's not going to be any classes. And Microsoft and other programs or assistant workers that work in the state and work at different other places where they can work from home. So we'll see what happens. It goes, Rico the Brat, some places still open in NY. We do have a curfew. Okay. So what else did you like about the episode? What do you think about, Cynthia? She was quiet. She didn't run out there and she didn't try to chase Kenya Moore. She just sat down in her seat. What do you think about that? And what do you think about the situation between Marlo and Kenya Moore with their apology?
See, Cynthia, I said in the comment that she wishy-washy. She is just like, and then I made another comment that deep down inside, she wants to be Nene's friend. I think some part of her still misses that friendship with Nene, and she's torn between her and Kenya, but she don't want to admit it. Because she said she in a good place with Nene, but then you got Nene saying they ain't gonna never be the same friends as they once were. So I'm thinking something else don't happen in the season that made Nene feel that way. Because at the same time, she said on her channel that they're in a good space, but they're not going to go back to being the friends that they once was. So I think Cynthia kind of misses that and deep down inside wants that. But yeah, she is wishy-washy. It's like, pick a side, girl. You know what I'm saying? Pick a side. Who you more loyal to, because what you doing ain't working. And, sooner or later, you're going to have to pick a side because Nene is saying now, like I said, they ain't going to be the same friends. So if Cynthia find that out, I think that'll solidify, who she picks as far as whose side she going to be on from now on. But right now, she just wishy-washy. And I think she kind of confused and don't know completely which way to go. And then the Marlo situation. Marlo, she just came out of nowhere talking about, I want an apology. I feel like she should have been did that. Why she waiting till now? Because Kenya done got into it with Nene. Nene did, try to come back and apologize. Like you were saying earlier in the video, I don't think that was a sincere apology. She's talking about, well, I'm sorry if I did this, if I did that. You did it. You did it. So you just should have.
She said, I'm sorry. He goes, I apologize if I offended you because I don't like to offend ladies or women. I was like, girl, did you see what did you just say what you did 5 minutes ago?
I know she calmed down for a minute and saw them cameras rolling, so she had to come back and show face.
She did.
Cause really, that was quick. That was a quick turnaround. Editing had something to do with it, but that was too. From what we saw, that was too quick of a turnaround. Cause you was at that street like a hood rat, like you was ready to throw down in the whole 9 yards, which is your words. And then she came back real quick and wanted to apologize. I'm like, that was too quick. But yeah, like I said, Marlo. I mean, I understand where she coming from, but I felt like maybe she could have waited another time for that apology, or either she could have did that sooner. Cause like after all that drama, all that mess that just happened, and what Kenya going through at the same time, that wouldn't have been a good time, or she could have asked or did it earlier, during or before the Kenya conversation, or after her and Cynthia had their conversation. She should have did something, but she picked the wrong time to ask for that apology. But she deserved to ask for it, but she picked the wrong time, and I don't even remember seeing her apologize to Kenya about what she said about her mama. She might have did at that white party, or that party Nene threw when Kim came back in her new house. I don't know, but
I don't know either. There's been so many apologies thrown around. Apologies, they're just apologies out here in these streets.
I don't remember that apology, but she could have apologized to her again, not instead of waiting, until Kenya walked away. I think she should have started out by doing that, instead of, she could have apologized to Kenya first, and then she could have, she maybe would have got the apology. Maybe if she would have been more, nicer and more like Tanya. If she was more like Tanya, she probably would have maybe she would have got the apology. Maybe.
But they also believe, the word is that people believe that, the ladies on the show, well, Candy mentioned it, that, people are assuming that you are, Nene Lee's lapdog, Marlo, so you're going to have to get out here and finesse the situation and get cool with other people too as well. So maybe that could be one of the reasons why Kenya Moore was just like, I'm not even trying to hear that. And then they were still not talking to each other. You got that situation, and it is what it is. But now they end up like on the last episode we saw Marlo go over there and comfort Kenya. Kenya picked Marlo to be on the soccer team and stuff like that. They could have had the conversation in private, Nene and Portia did. And, Candy wasn't feeling that, but it just happened to be at that time. And plus, let's get back on camera. Let's get back on scene. And, they needed something to get back. And, Nene was looking at Marlo like, she was feeling hurt for Marlo and her event and everything else like that. She was looking at Marlo like, yeah, and then, Candy and Kenya basically, here comes Marlo. She's going to try to add on to the situation. They said that even before Marlo even started to talk, because Marlo was like, I want to talk. So, but Marlo do have the right to ask for that, but the time in the moment is a very convenient moment when all this shit is going on. And Kenya Moore said, not today. And she got up and walked away, and she was about to body slam Candy's little ass.
I know. And like I said, Detroit, who knows? If they keep coming at her, Detroit might come out sooner than later. So you never know. Dealing with the fact that she going through that failed marriage situation, which I think that is a failed marriage, or should I say, could be a sham of a marriage, because he said that proposal, he didn't even give her a proper proposal. He didn't even get down on one knee and propose marriage to her. He just said one day he got up. I think he said one day he got up and he asked her, did she want to get married or something like that, or she asked him, did he want to get married? He just gave her a wallet and gave her a ring. It wasn't no proper proposal. Like, he didn't put no thought and no passion into that.
What happened was she flew down to where he was in New York, and she was surprising him or whatever. And I guess she was walking in the house, and then, he just said, do you want to get married or something like that? Sasa, if you want to call, the number is on the screen. I don't know if you have, international calling, but that's the number. So I don't know. She basically said it wasn't a romantic proposal at all. And like you said, some people think it's a sham, and some people think it's not a sham. So
whatever it is, he's the talk of the town. Yes, he is. And I just feel like Portia, she been doing a good job staying out of the drama so far. But she might have some whenever they film that reunion, she might have some coming her way. So hopefully she prepared for that.
Yeah, because it seemed like Kenya Moore was like, all right, Portia, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I acknowledge you because you won't stop. I was like, Lord. And Portia basically is saying that, she wants in. She feeling a certain type of way. It seems like that she made up with Nene, and she feels like Kenya can do that too because, and she was basically trying to say to Kenya that what Nene said to me was real bad. It was horrible and stuff like that. And then, Kenya was like, wow, she talked about my baby.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, believe it or not, she did say what she having a buffalo. And, sometimes you got to watch what you say to people and how you say it because even if you don't mean it, they're not going to take it that way. Some people like Kenya and other mothers might be like, oh, Kenya took it. Oh, she calling my baby out her name before she even born, or she talking about my child. So, yeah, sometimes people need to think before they speak, and Nene was having that moment that she wasn't thinking. And plus, she, was going through all that stuff with Greg, so, if she wasn't going through the cancer situation, I think she would have chose her words more wisely, maybe.
She said it was a slip of the tongue. She meant to say that she was big as a buffalo. But some people believe that Nene's actually telling the truth, and some people believe that she's lying about it. They believe that she meant to call the baby a buffalo. And Nene said, no, I don't talk about kids. So you have to decipher who you believe and what they're actually saying about the situation. But it was a mess. Call my baby a buffalo. That's what Rico just said. Rico, no shade to Kenya, but let me find out if they agreement for a check and a storyline of Mark had be popping some pills or something and don't remember what he asked Levon. Kenya and Mark emotions appear real. Heavily needed to take notes from Marlo. This is how you apologize for talking about somebody's mother and truly mean it. That's facts. I really think that Marlo meant that apology because Kenya was already gone and she walked away. So I guess she meant it afterwards. I don't know if she felt a certain type of way because, Kenya got up and walked away and she felt something in her heart, or she was looking to see if Kenya was going to be open with her, and maybe she didn't really want something deep from Kenya, but she did call Kenya an actress, so then, the shit went left.
Yeah, that's why I said sometimes you got to think before you speak. And some of these ladies, instead of just being quiet sometimes and, just sitting back and waiting for, just be patient, wait for what comes your way, you want to throw in shots and shots. And sometimes them shots, them words that you say can like you say, turn things to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they need to work on that, and they don't think about that. They just be like, oh, it's cameras. And that's what I think. When them cameras be there, they be thinking, how we gonna keep them cameras rolling? How we gonna keep, the entertainment going? And, and instead of having, professional, or not professional, but adult, civilized conversations, they say snotty comments for cameras, for the attention. And like I said, that's like your mouth can cost you your blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you popping off at the mouth and you saying the wrong thing, instead of you being able to, be patient and think before you speak, if they would do those things more, I think some of their problems can be resolved. And, if new problems arise, these old ones could be put aside, so, because I want some new drama, really, if it was, instead of the same old stuff, Really, I don't care for drama at all, but if I'm going to watch a show that's drama-filled, I'm tired of the same storyline. Let's move on. Let's not drag this storyline. And I felt like season 10, Nene and Kenya seemed like they was cool. I don't know where they fell out at. especially with the baby, before she got pregnant, it seemed like they was cool, unless Nene thought that Kenya was too good to show her husband or something like that. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, I think Nene was saying that she felt like Kenya was coming for her online for no reason. She didn't understand her problem. Nene didn't understand the problem that Kenya had with her. And because she said that she was coming for her online and stuff like that. And then she went to go speak to Cynthia about it. And she kind of got mad at Cynthia because Cynthia basically wouldn't say anything to Kenya more about whatever Nene Leakes felt that Kenya was saying online or posting. And then Nene was, feeling a certain type of way and feeling that, Cynthia didn't have her back and feeling that Kenya's coming for her. I don't know if she was or not, but this is what she said. And then her being invited to the Cynthia wine tasting, it just went in.
Yeah. But Tanya, she doing it, like I said, she doing a good job staying out of the drama. At least she ain't let them run her off like Giovanna, like you say, Giovanna from Clark.
Yep.
She clocked her way on out of there the next day, and we ain't seen her on the show no more. I'm like, dang, is she ever coming back?
She's coming back. She's gonna be on the blogs pretty soon. She's gonna be on the blogs and Kenya's husband's wife, the wife that he was married to previously, that's gonna be on the blogs pretty soon. Good night, Janine. 1 second, Tony. Good night, Janine. Thank you. Good night. See you. Peace. And somebody else said something that I wanted to read, but I guess I lost it. But so it's gonna hit the fan. Shit's gonna hit the fan. So I don't know if Mark is ready. Mark is gonna be pretty pissed once everything about his whole personal life is out there, because I believe they've been trying to keep it a secret, but it's about to hit the fan, and Giovanna's about to. I don't know if she's gonna spill the same tea or she's gonna spill some different tea, but we'll see what Giovanna's gonna spill. But we'll see.
Because I'm like, she ran out of there quick as fast, and we ain't seen. Oh, and another person I ain't seen, to change the subject for a minute, on Love and Hip Hop Miami, Nikki Natural. It's like she done got naturaled out the show.
Oh, because she's beefing when she got jumped. She got jumped. She got jumped by Hood Brat. She got jumped by, Sukiana, and They both basically touched her, and then K Million, she was there, and then Trina was about to fight. She got her wig snatched off of her, a pocketbook thrown in the water. She wasn't coming back. And she's online trying to beef with Trina. She's online calling out Trina, talking all crazy stuff about Trina. I don't know if Happy Days. I don't even know if she's gonna be at the reunion. I think she plays an important part, and Bravo might bring her, or they might just, cast her aside. Because sometimes they bring the people, sometimes they won't. But since she plays an important part with, Snakegate, I think they should bring her, even if it's via satellite.
Yeah, I like to see, because Giovanna was talking about, was on, when she was doing them on Sister Circle, talking about there was no audio and stuff like that. She need to come to that reunion, talk and, state her case once and for all. Put the situation to rest, because she didn't own up to nothing. She didn't say, like you say, no audio, no nothing. She was talking in riddles. She was beating around the bush, and then when Portia got up in her face and was going to try to fight her, I think that's what ran her off.
What ran her off is people didn't have her back. Excuse me. Nene didn't have her back. Nene went to go check on Cynthia. She didn't go check on Giovanna. And then on top of that, Nene told her, these girls are my friends. I've been knowing them for years. I was like, And then on top of that, what kind of good trip was she going to have in Toronto where nobody's messing with her? Candy's not messing with her. Marlo's not messing with her. Marlo was neutral in the situation, but Portia's not messing with her. And, Kenya wasn't messing with her. Candy wanted to get the tea. And she said whatever she said to Nene got misconstrued or whatever the case may be. Nene didn't have her back back then and there. And then basically they told her to get out the room, get out the room. And so I don't know if they kicked her off or what, but that was a situation.
Yeah, I feel like these girls like her and Nikki, if they sit up there and they come on TV and they bring in drama and they start in drama, I don't care if I got dumped or not. If I ain't in no hospital bed or I ain't had to go to no hospital, I'm coming back and I'm gonna finish my story. Now the next season is a different story, but I'm gonna finish my season when I'm on. I'm not gonna just, run away. I'm not gonna do that, because I'm gonna put up my guard. If I have to fight, I'll fight and get kicked off the show. But I'm not gonna sit there and let nobody run me off. Because it's like you came there for a reason. You came there for a purpose. Like, try to finish what you start. It's like, instead of being a whole one season wonder, it's like they half a season wonder. People just wonder where they at. They come for half a season and go away. I'm like, wow, are we doing that now?
Yes, they are.
Instead of being on there one season, they on there half the season. But yeah, I wish he would do a call in about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta too, because I'm like, I have my opinions on some of them on that show.
Oh yeah, I didn't even. You know what? Probably we'll see. Because I didn't even review it last week. I was so busy with what was going on. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I want to compliment you and say you sugar and spice and everything nice.
Oh shit! Ooh, 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 ooh.
And I seen your videos earlier about you going to the stores. I mean, that's a new element. That's a new side of you. I'm like, that's good. She showing us what's going on, showing us another side of her life. And then I got to see that video you did on Brianna saying it's on site.
Oh yeah, she went in.
Like that.
She went in. But when it comes to that show, it's just so much tea that I get for that show. I get a lot of information, but sometimes I can't say people's names and people in their jobs and stuff like that. But I really do appreciate it. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, because, I'm going to try to support as long as I can. I'm glad I caught you this time, because when you was on the phone with Chef Disaster, I'm like, I ain't going to call in because their conversation too good. So she ain't been on there long enough. So it's like, and then your other videos, I've been missing them and have to catch up. I'm like, I'm going to make sure I'm going to see this one tonight.
Oh, you're so sweet. Tell everybody about your YouTube channel and, and what you want to bring to your YouTube channel before you go.
I hope I can make some money off of it, but what I've been doing is I be pre-recording the videos, because it's like when I try to go live, for some reason, I don't know if it's my network or whatever, it's not really letting me do that. So I could, try to work on that part some more.
I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live. And if you don't have 1,000 subscribers to go live, you have to use an app. And everybody's using this app. And I can't think of the name of the app that everyone's using. Quack Duck something. Everybody's using this app. I don't know what it is. But you know what? I'll go to your channel and I'll put the name of that app in your channel because I can't think of it right now.
Okay, because I know I pre-record the videos. I be uploading them on my computer, and I did another video this past week talking about relationships and my opinions about relationships. And then if you read my description, I talk about that my relationship personally is with God. And the relationship with God is the best one to have. Basically, I forgot to say that in the video, but I put it down in the description. But yeah, when I do my videos, I just talk about, I open up about my life a little bit, and then I just mainly talk my opinions about different subjects.
And let them know the name of your channel. Let them know the name of your channel.
Norris Tony, basically, my name.
Yep, let them know. Type in the chat room so they can know, so they can hit you up. But that's good. I'm so glad. That's wonderful.
Yeah, just like my name. So just type in my name. I just put my YouTube channel name as Norris Tony.
Rico the Brat put in an app. That's not the one I was thinking of, but she put an app inside the chat room that one of the apps that you can use to go live until you get your 1,000.
Yeah, because if you get 1,000 or more, that's when you can make the money, probably.
Well, you have to get monetized, and then you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. So you have to put videos out and put them out there and let people watch them, or run your channel and everything else like that. You can upload a lot of upload videos too as well. Share them on different platforms too as well. Share them on Facebook. Share them on your Instagram. Just put in the video information and then share it on Twitter, and stuff like that. And then, if once you get the app together, go live and just let it run, and then, because basically you need the 4,000 hours of watch time. And then after that, YouTube decides if they're going to monetize your channel. They monetize your channel after a certain amount of time. And then you just keep moving from there. But the key goal is to just upload content. And that's the biggest thing, is just putting out content. And putting out content that you are passionate about, that when you talk about it, any and everything about it, and it feels good, it comes good, and you're happy doing it. You also have to enjoy it too as well. And Rico the Brat just subscribe to your channel. Subscribe to Rico the Brat's channel too as well. The Queen Love Bug, she has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. The Queen Love Bug, and who else? Chef Disaster was in here. I don't know who else has a channel. But just put the content, and then once you go to the dollar store, go to Walmart when you get a chance. But right now we got all this shit going on. Get you some little small lamps until you can get it. And you get them cheap lamps and just put them around wherever you're going to record. Face it behind the camera, and then just have your lighting. And just, talk about things that you're passionate about, and then talk about things that maybe people might find interesting too as well. And just keep uploading and upload and upload and upload and upload and upload.
Yeah, thank you. You're going to be my mentor.
Much love to you. Make sure everything is good. You said you got food. You got your stores where you at, they got food in them, right?
Yeah, I probably might go back to the store maybe Friday, but yeah, for right now, I got food.
Yeah.
And then my aunt and my cousin brought us some food and paper towels and more tissue.
Lucky you! I just ordered some tissue offline. I hope they come through.
You didn't have to pay much, did you?
Oh, I spent an arm and a motherfucking leg. Not only because I ordered a whole lot, because I ordered from a company that was recommended to me. But Tony, I'm gonna let you go because there's a caller that's been calling in for like the last 10 minutes.
Okay, all
right. Much love. I'm gonna hit your I'm gonna hit your channel up and check out what Rico the Brat said too as well, right?
Okay.
Peace.
All right. You have a good night.
Much love to you.
Talk to you again soon.
Much love.
It's your girl A.
Hey, what's up? Where you calling from? And your name, please. I hit one, didn't I? Hello? I thought I hit the number.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Where you calling from? And your name, please. I don't know. I guess they thought they had the wrong number because I can see the calls or whatever. But Tony, just upload and talk about the things that you like and you desire. And what, think is something that is important that people will be interested in and to know. And, share things that maybe, you want to help people, self-help. If you want to, whatever you want to focus your channel on. There we go. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Where you calling from? And your name, please.
Hey, it's your girl A.
I know. I done renamed you. Hey, what's up?
Not much, girl.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. That's all I can say.
I
Better than they are, huh?
I'm hanging in there and I'm still moving, baby.
That's all we can ask for.
Amen.
Where do you want to start, girl?
So just tell me what you feel about, how do you feel about what went down with Kenya tonight on the show? And with her confrontation with Nene and with Marlo first.
Okay. Well, for the Nene part, well, no, let's end with Nene. For the Marlo part, I think that Kenya was already on the defensive, and it did seem a little opportunistic that all of a sudden she's pulling Nene to the side and you're going to back me up and all that. Like, what was that? So it looked kind of like she was pushing her agenda and they hadn't really finished the first situation. So I believe in my heart, though, that Marlo really didn't realize what she did do was wrong. And I truly felt that she really feels sorry for that. Now, is Kenya able to receive that? Will she ever receive that? Probably not. Because she's so cut off from that situation. And I think that's because she knows that she really was in the wrong when she did that whole situation. And there's no way for her to throw, she likes to throw a butt in there. There's no real way for her to get that in there. So I don't see her ever being able to accept that apology, because if that's the case, then she would have to apologize for her behavior afterwards, since that was the reason that she did it, right? Okay. Nene and Kenya are so similar.
Everybody's saying that.
They are. They're like, and it's funny. That's why they don't mesh. That's why it's like two titans going at it. You both don't want to listen. You both hold grudges. You both hit below the belt. You both have run Cynthia into the ground. Like, you both have taken her friendship for whatever and used that, and you both spew all of this negative BS, and you're doing it for so long to each other that it's like an old married couple. Like, you know exactly what to do to piss her off, and she knows exactly what to do to piss you off. So at this point, it's null and void. I think Kendra, again, has made this very clear. She has no intention of ever making up or accepting or whatever, forgiving and forgetting. She has no intention of ever doing that with Nene. That's dead. So the fact that production and the girls are just pushing this on them it's annoying. That being said, I do think that for once, Kenya's team, her alliance, actually has some backbone. Well, not Cynthia. Cynthia's still Cynthia. But Kenya at least told her what she needed to hear, as a true friend should. Like, this can't keep going on. If you don't accept it, then okay, fine. But this back and forth, it's stupid.
Because she doesn't want to be in the middle. She don't want to be in the middle.
I'm done being in the middle. However, she put herself in the middle of a lot of this by not speaking her truth to them. If Candy had done, I don't know, just a few of these reality checks on a few of these other situations that happened in the moment, we might not be here now. Because there's plenty of times she could have brought some stuff into perspective, and she just sat there and was just like, this ain't my fight. I'm going to just let it happen. So all of a sudden tonight she decided, no, this is crazy. It's like she finally saw the light. Like, okay, this is stupid. And it's never going to work. Unless Kenya, and she had her up against the wall because Kenya was, like, shut down. Yeah, she did reach out to you. So I think that's the other part that makes it hard for people to genuinely care about Kenya.
because she's always like got a trick up her sleeve. You know, you can't always really trust what she's saying. Because if Candy hadn't brought that up, Kenya was going to continue to say she never reached out, and it was only because the cameras were there. Come to find out, that's not really true. So, what did that say? That tells me that she really has no interest, and she's just doing this to make the time pass, pretty much. And Nene, I guess, is still trying to show that she's got something. I really hope she had been drinking, but
she was drinking. They were all drinking because remember they just left the town and they was drinking. They was drinking on the bus. They was drinking, but you know when it comes to Candy and Kenya, it seems like they never really. I can't remember them really like having a personal conversation about really, you know, Nene in that situation. Like they basically been both focusing on each other's relationship. Candy's been coming to her talking about her relationship. Kenya's been talking about her relationship, and then the babies and stuff. They really didn't bring Nene up, and then Nene wasn't really in the beginning of the season, and then I guess this turmoil coming through, this, you know, being in Greece, it just hit the fan because they did have, and then the turmoil that hit in Toronto because Kenya Moore and Nene Leakes was going to go back and they were going back and forth, you know. So I guess, and then they had a situation with the postcard, and so I don't know. Candy was just like, "Hey, listen, this is just too much today. We got to move forward."
And I agree. It was too much. Too much pressure. It's just I can't breathe. It's too much, too back and forth. That's why I said that an apology without real action is just manipulation. So I feel like they're just trying to kind of manipulate. Well, Candy's not, but I think that Kenya knows that she's been on here long enough. She knows what she's doing, and Cynthia is such a wildflower that I don't think that she knows because again. The role she plays in her relationship is the passive doormat. That's her role. So she's never. I can't see her sticking up and telling Kenya the real like Candy did. She can amen some stuff, but I can't see her calling her out on this because she of all people could have called her out on this a long time ago. I think Candy kind of heard it on another side and took a step back. I don't think Cynthia can do that.
She did it by trying to get them to talk, but not actually telling Kenya about it.
Right, and therein lies the problem. You're too scared to talk to your friend and tell her this is what I did. That's why she got into it with Nene. You're too scared to tell your friend that another person that she doesn't like might be coming. You're always too scared to do something. Only reason you realized you had a problem was because Portia and good old Tanya came in there and charged you up. And then you were like, yeah, I'm mad too. You're right. Wait, what? So Cynthia could never... I don't think Cynthia would have ever put her in check. Because Cynthia's had plenty of times that she could have done that. That's not the role she plays. So I'm glad that Candy finally was like, well, let's put this a little into perspective. Because you're right. If we can't move on, you don't get that apology. Buffalo kid, my business is spitting on me. Now, yeah, it's dead in the water now for real. You just tried to spit whatever, tried whatever. Trying means that you actually implied, right? You applied yourself to make something happen in the way that you wanted it to. So, just like taking a test, you apply yourself to pass it, right? Because that's what you really want. You might fail it, but you're still the attempt is still there. So, you don't get a pass just because it was fake or just whatever. You don't get a pass for that. You knew what it was. It's like if I rob a bank with a fake gun, I'm still on robbery. They believe it's a real gun. So
that's true.
I'm gonna get that same amount. I'm gonna get that same amount of time. So at this point, if you can dish it, then you need to be able to take it. And you need to be able to hear it and accept it. And nobody's ready to do that. And if we can't, then let's just let it burn. Like, can we let it burn? Like, to me, I truly also feel like I was thinking back and I was like, you know what, the alliance, that whole picking on her thing, nobody else except for, again, Candy, who is part of this alliance, stood up for Cynthia. Everybody else kept quiet and watched her best friend destroy her credibility. Why is that? Why is it that that's the only time? So Candy has really been checking the two of them. Well, has been checking Cynthia, has been slowly checking Kenya. Like, I see a progression in her, like, trying to be like, well, hold up. She's the one that helped back her off. She's the one that's like, okay, this is it. Even I'm not going to keep apologizing over and over again. And if you won't accept it, then that's fine. But we can't keep doing the back and forth. Like, this makes no sense. And on the other flip hand, Nene, you're a grown-ass woman. You know that approach and delivery is everything. And, of course, you're not going to get a good delivery with that. And, of course, you're not going to look sincere at that moment at the table. And, of course, Kenya is going to use that to her advantage. Yeah, because, like, why would she thanked the table. She thanked everybody. Like, people she didn't even need to thank. What? You just did that on purpose to fuck with her. So y'all know what to do and how to do it to each other. For some reason, the only one that I can see getting them together is Candy. The rest of them are too far up either one's butt or they're in for the ride. Because Tanya and Portia, actually, they're the real catalyst for this whole thing. If they hadn't come up with this pass the wreath kumbaya,
you know that was gonna happen on the trip.
Like, we wouldn't even be here right now. And it could have happened on the trip, but what it should have been was either like it should have been a Candy, one of Candy's, I don't know, team working, whatever. But it's never going to be received from these two. Like, no, you should know that's going to go haywire. And again, stop trying to push them together. At this point, they've been pushed together so much that they've pushed each other off the ledge. And now they've said things they can't take back. Why? Because y'all kept pushing it. I get it. And I do believe that, they ham it up. Kenya's been on TV long enough to know exactly what to do. And so does Nene. So do I think there's some theatrics in this? Most definitely. Most definitely. I know what it is to how to get my raise or my whatever secured for next season. I know how to do that. But I will say that this is starting to feel to me like Mariah and Quad. Like I'm over it. I'm over you two having an issue. Like Tammy and everybody. I'm over y'all having these issues that you can't seem to get over.
Okay, I got a question for you. Happy Days got a question. Levon, I think this show is primarily the Nene show. It has always been. Do you think so or not?
I definitely think that Nene gets special treatment. Most definitely. And I think that's kind of why Bravo's they made their own monster, right? With all these OGs that have been there since the very beginning. They've made a lot of concessions and kind of looked out for them. And I definitely, being that Nene is the catalyst that kind of pushed the Atlanta franchise on, I definitely believe that they give her some passes. because there's a lot of things. Yeah, you didn't try to put shit on somebody. You know, you didn't try. You're very violent. Hell, you got away with assaulting one of the staff. Like anybody else, they would have. I can't see them coming back. They don't, like, I can't see that happen. You put your literal hands on people, and you're still allowed to be here. So that in itself sends a message to me that even all the shenanigans, oh, I'm getting cut, she's not getting this or that, she's still getting something. Because I can't really think off the top of my head any other housewife that would have been allowed to violate somebody and still be on the show.
But what do you, well, you know, they've been fighting on, you know, all these reality TV shows forever. What do you think about when Nene says that she feels like she's the one that's being mistreated, that basically she doesn't feel like, you know, Bravo got her back, and she feels like, you know, she's been cut out of episodes when she said she wasn't cut off episodes, but she's saying that they let her get away, they let everybody else get away with murder, but she can't get away with anything, and she's held to a higher standard.
Right, Crimea River.
Oh, Lord.
Like, she's got the tiniest violin. I'm tired of the violin solo. Okay, yes, they don't give you a lot of screen time. Perhaps that was maybe a punishment for putting somebody's hands on you. I don't know. Maybe they really were trying to gel the stuff out, and they were going to, of course, play it to their advantage. Bravo's not stupid. You're still a product of that whole situation. So maybe they wanted Nene to kind of get this animosity and to feel this way. It helps everything. It revs her up. It gets her charged. It gets her heated about what's going on, the injustice, all this injustice. And
injustice, oh shit, and she said injustice.
All the injustices, I mean, this is dumb. I've been violated. But you're still on a show where you assaulted somebody. But you're still able to, and you did come on Watch What's Happened Live. And y'all we've never addressed that. You was all buddy-buddy with Andy on that episode. You didn't come for him. He didn't apologize. So, like, she contradicts herself. Make up your mind. Either you're cool and everything's okay, or wait, no, you're getting paid for every episode and you happy with your contract. Okay. Like, which one is it? I think it's whatever fits her prescription. I think she definitely wants to still feel like she is in charge. And Bravo has her gassed up. You know, they took her back with what, that $1 million salary, and she had dropped them, didn't she? She was going on The Apprentice. She had other things going on. Isn't that why she stopped doing the Housewives the first time?
Because she had some other stuff going on. She wanted to. She wanted to. You know, broaden her horizons. Well, we have a question. Real Man House. People keep saying how Nene gets these special treatments. How Candy gets these, you know, these side shows. I think he's saying specials, these spinoffs. I think it's spinoff. He just put the dot. Gets these spinoff treatments is called seniority, as they should. So you think, having seniority, you should be getting some special treatment since you have seniority. I better get my special treatment at work with my seniority. But this is a different ball game.
Okay, yeah, you can have some special treatment, and we maybe need to sit down and discuss what that entails. However, to keep this show grounded somewhat in reality and somewhat on an even playing field of reality, you can't have control of everything, and you're not going to. Now, you may get a little bit more because you've been there, okay. You may not have to, I don't know, do the dumb things that you don't want to do when it comes to promoting it, whatever. We may give you some passes like that. But at the same time, don't be crazy. This is still Bravo's show, and they're going to always want the money. And like I was listening to a thing and Candy explained, I think that Nene kind of has sabotaged herself a little bit in not getting a spinoff or in not pitching one. Because what it's a spinoff has to, not a special, but a spinoff has to be able to carry and be intriguing on its own. So what would be something that she could do? Because any spinoff that they have, it's about the Real Housewives because it's connected in the world, but it's its own world. So Nene doesn't have, well, I guess besides the boutique, but I wouldn't do that since everybody's going, more online. I don't know what other storyline she has to share that would really grasp, the attention and the merit to keep itself going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that Candy has a lot more other outlets that come with her just because she has her hand in all these other things. It's easier to see how, oh, yeah, we could make a story about this. Yeah, she could do the escape thing. Well, of course we want to get in on that. Oh, well, yeah, this is a great thing. We could talk about her crazy-ass family and what's going on in the future. Like, she's got personalities and people around her that make her TV gold. She's a win. And people like her as well. Where Nene is more guarded, she doesn't really share too much. I don't know even what she would have to have a purpose. I would need it to have some kind of focus, which I really can't think of what that would be. Maybe we could have done her comedy tour, maybe. I mean, but other than I don't really know of, like, what does she want? Like, if you want to spin off so bad and you feel you deserve one, okay, pitch me one. That's what I would say. Okay, well, pitch me one. Because I really can't think of any ideas that would hold any weight. Can you?
Well, she can use her son and his baby mamas and what's his name, Greg's kids that we just met not too long ago.
Yes, we could until you got on whatever blog that was and lit her up and made it clear that you don't want nothing to do with that. And that's got nothing to do with you. And you can give whoever you want, whatever they want. That's your child. And what that girl needs to do is talk to your son. Don't talk to you. So, okay, I mean, I guess we could have had that on, but that would mean we'd have to give some clout to the girl, too. And I don't think Nene's in the mood of sharing her spotlight, especially with somebody that she, thinks is an opportunist. Because that was one thing she said. She felt like that was, the girl really thought she was going to get on the Housewives. And that wasn't happening. Also, not low key. I definitely feel like Nene is embarrassed of her children, mainly that older one. But she's embarrassed of them. So she doesn't really. If you remember, when's the last time you really saw like Nene's life?
I don't think she's embarrassed of them because she brings the little one she brings him to her comedy tours, she brings him to concerts, and she takes him places because he wants to be a comedian. But I also believe Greg's kids, because he has adult kids that we don't know nothing about. We would like to know their lifestyle and their mamas. You know what I mean? Like, but I think the key word.
I mean on the show. Yeah, on the show. Where does she bring? Like, you don't see her family stuff. Like. We don't see. We know what kind of. We see Cynthia interact with her daughter. We see a little bit of the other people's home life. This season, the only home life we've gotten is some awkward questions with Greg and a fake life coach who's sipping champagne in the middle of the session. That's what she shared of her life. So yes, I think if she was more open, she's got a lot of great avenues. But I don't see her doing that. But she phased out, even when she was, quote-unquote, on top. She really phased them kids out of her storyline seasons ago. Like, I think I saw the youngest son one time last season, Like, she really had phased all of them out.
She tells us to go subscribe to his YouTube channel, but LaVon said Nene didn't even want production in her closet. You're so messed up, LaVon.
Exactly. And if you recall, Nene and Greg's kids don't get a motherfucking long. So that's another dead end issue. If you remember, way back in the day, they had to have a whole ponderosa. Was it on their thing when they were getting remarried? No, it was a storyline too. It came out that, his kids weren't really feeling her, and she really kind of like broke up their family. They blamed her for the breakup of their family, and for her not reaching out. I don't know if you remember.
Well, they need to bring that right there. Would be hot, juicy gossip.
Right. And the sons had some issue. Like, I think it was because of the wedding. They tried to get everybody to sit down, and it didn't go well. So again, I don't think that's an avenue that people would get on board with. So you're not really being authentic and showing what's going on with you. Again, the only thing, like this season, why didn't they show her on the comedy tour? Like, everybody seems to have like a little bit of a backstory with what's really happening in their lives. Cynthia's the wedding, Portia's getting cheated on, Kenya's getting belittled and just fucked over by her husband, and single mother life, which is so difficult, even though she has a live-in nanny. But anyway, and who else? Everybody's got their own stories going on. What's her story? What's Nene's story this season?
I think she gave a whole lot when she opened up when it came to Greg. And that situation, how people dogged her out for the way she treated Greg. But, it's up to her to want to, if she's willing to open up and she has the right situation, then it's cool. Because that's one thing Candy did say, is like people have to be open. You have to be willing to share, when she was talking about having a spinoff. So if Nene's open to doing that, and we don't know if she is or not, because we don't know what kind of conversation she has with True Entertainment, because True Entertainment is the one that actually does the spin-off shows. But if she's willing to open up,
it would have to be she's very controlling.
I want to see the baby mama. I want to see the baby mamas. I want to see the older boy, the younger boy. I want to see Greg kids. I want to see how he communicates with them. I wonder if he communicates with, his ex-wife. I want to see I want to see the store. I want to see the people in the store. I want to see how much she sells.
You want to see the way people really feel and react to Nene when she talks stupid. I would love to see all of this stuff. I think that's what scares Nene from doing it. There's too many variables that she's not going to be able to control. And I guarantee you that a spinoff showing all of that, ooh, honey, I don't think she wants all those skeletons to come out. No.
Or have all the people that's close to her in her family, take a trip or something like that. But
right.
She
been counseling boys out. And when her older son got hooked on drugs and was in all that trouble, that's the last you saw him on. She cut him off on season 3 or 4. That's the last he saw. That young baby, I think he made it to season 8 by default. He wasn't even being shown that much when Greg was out.
I'm just not gonna agree with you that she's embarrassed of her boys. I'm just not. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm telling you. You don't remember?
Lord forgive me for laughing. Lord forgive me for laughing.
You don't remember? Bryson, what is wrong with you? You need to get a job. What are you doing? Tell me what's going on. Check in. She was riding him like a pony. He was coming in there looking crazy and all sweaty and all get up. You don't remember? She used to light him up. Like, what are you doing with your life? Then I remember he had gotten in a DUI and she was hot. Hot.
Hey, hold on for 1 second. Hold on.
Who from?
Hello? Okay, can I? I thought I clicked. Did I click over? Okay, I can't even click over. Hello? I tried to answer your call, but oh shit! What did I? Well, I tried. Hey, I'm sorry. I hung up by accident. I tried to click over to answer the other call and put it on hold, and then have view on, and then see, I don't know how to use this thing. I'm sorry, A. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can. I don't know what I did. All right, answer. To send a voicemail. Hello.
Hey, girl, I don't know what happened.
I was trying to click over and answer the other call and put it on hold, but I end up, doing something totally different. I'm totally messed up.
Oh, no.
So I can't believe she's embarrassed of her kids.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't.
Yeah, she is. If you ever listen to that thing, she was explaining how she had to get Bryson together. And I remember he came in there looking all sad and sheepish. And she was like, if you're not going to follow these rules, you're going to get out of here. That was a couple of seasons ago. And then the youngest one just kind of got less and less you would see of him. But I just don't think Mimi's ready to be that transparent. I think she likes us to know what she wants us to know. Like the whole Greg and stepping out on the marriage. We only know about that because she told us about it. I think she's very strategic on what she says and how she says it, of course. And she knows what sells. It's like I think that whole Wendy Williams thing, that was some BS. That was her trying to, again, make herself look relevant and, you know what I'm saying, make herself, because come on, you telling me you text her, I'm done. And the next thing she does is just run on stage and just randomly blurt out some stuff about you. She couldn't call you back. She just could read the text. Okay. So it just kind of felt, and then you're like, oh, I'm not mad. It's fine. But when that blogger busted you and told him when you denied knowing him, it beat Scott, and came with the receipts on that, oh, no, you do know me. So it's clear that Mimi knows how to play the game, and there's definitely a light and a persona that she's trying to paint of herself, which is kind of crazy because she's doing it the opposite way. So I think that's why she's so self-absorbed and has a view of what and who she is, and that's what she wants people to see. And I don't think Mimi's gonna let us see no other person but her representative. That's it. That is it. We're not gonna see nothing else. And nobody who might embarrass her is she gonna put around her brand. That ain't happening.
I got you.
And he was already about to pass away. She wants that connected to her. So I think she's but they're really two peas in the pod. Because for some reason, I feel like that apology was also like, oh crap. I know at this point they have audio of it, so I've got to claim something. Do I believe that she meant to call it? No, because in the heat of the moment, you do say stuff. So that is what she said, but was that what she really meant? I don't know. I think she really didn't care how it was. However she said it, that's how it was received. So I don't really think she cares. It doesn't matter too much who's the Buffalo. You're a Buffalo. She's a Buffalo. Everybody's Buffalo. I don't know.
All right, hey, thank you so much. I'm going to try to click over and answer these calls, but I appreciate you calling in and thank you on your insight. But Lord have mercy, she can't be embarrassed of them kids. Lord, no.
Too much. It's too damn much. All right, I'll talk to you me.
Talk to you later. Be safe. God bless.
You too.
All right, much love. Lord, I hope that's not true. That shit is too much. Lord have mercy. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Any more phone calls? Anybody want to call in? You can try to call in now. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yes, this episode was off the chain. Like, I mean, we really had... The last episode was good. The episode before that, you know, Real Housewives of Atlanta has really stepped up their game with the drama, but people are tired of the drama. But it is interesting to get like inside stuff and trying to get to a closure. So it seems like some of the ladies want the Nene and, you know, Kenya to actually just like settle it, because everybody else has been settling whatever issues they have, or basically putting it on hold and getting along with each other, that they're just like, you know what, it's time for Kenya Moore and Nene Leakes to do the same thing. And people have been pressured, you know, to make amends, and it seems like the pressure's coming on the two biggest people on the show. So we're gonna see this if we get the reunion, because you know Andy has the coronavirus, and I don't think they refilmed the reunion yet. But Nene Leakes did say that the reunion is not going to be the same, because there's so much time is going on. People ain't going to keep the same energy. But she said she want people to keep the same energy. I was just like, oh, man. So, yeah, this was a good episode. Oh, thank you so much, Real Man's House. I appreciate that. Much love to you. Levon, great review. Thank you. Happy days. I think Andy would try to get the true story of Love B. Scott, right? And still be unresolved. We'll see. You know, it's so much different parts to this. I wonder, the biggest thing, if they're gonna get Mark to come to the reunion. If they can get Mark to come to the reunion, that's going to be crazy. I wonder if Mark is even going to come to the reunion. And we'll see, because, you know, Kenya Moore and Mark, they're still talking, you know, they have a conversation. You guys seen the video on Instagram where Kenya Moore is, you know, with her baby. And it sounds like, you know, Brooklyn is saying dog or daddy. But, you know, since we have the coronavirus situation, Mark is, you know, stuck in New York. That says Nene and Candy. Love B. Scott. Sorry. Oh, no, that's all right. Yeah, so the situation is, so it's a crazy situation, but it went ham last night. It was just a situation. I don't know if people wanted Candy to do exactly what she did and how she handled the situation is something that she felt was true to her, or do some people think that Candy should have been like, oh no, you tried to spit on my girl, you know, because Candy was like, yo, that's fight material right there. Nene is not done with Candy. No, they're going back and forth online, so you already know it's a crazy situation. You already know what's up. You know, Nene made videos and said things about why can't Phaedra come back to the show? Why is, you know, Candy running from Phaedra? And then, you know, Candy didn't respond to that, but she ended up doing a video about a spinoff, because Nene talked about a spinoff on her. Or not having, first Nene said that, you know, some people get spinoff, they get special treatments and stuff like that. You know, that was the video that Candy started her video off with. And then Nene Leakes, you know, basically responded to that video and was like, I didn't say I didn't get spinoffs. I was offered a spinoffs, but I turned it down. I had a spinoff, you know, with Kim, and, you know, it just went a whole different way. And she said True Entertainment offered her, you know, a spinoff. Then she's talking about, she knows she did scripted TV. And basically, you know, Candy was basically throwing that shot, basically saying people call me boring, but it's the people that I have around me that are entertaining. I got my mama, I got my auntie. Some people say her mama ain't entertaining. Some people say the old lady gang ain't entertaining. Some people say that they are. She said, I got Don Juan, you know, I got my husband, I got my kids, and, you know, I got Carmen, you know. So, and then, you know, she was talking about her whatever spinoff she does won't affect her storyline, you know, won't interfere. And basically she was just basically saying, you know, everybody around me is open, and basically throwing a shot that Nene's not open. Same thing A was just saying on the phone about Nene not being open. So Candy talk like Scooby-Doo. Lord have mercy, why you go there? Scooby-Doo, you guys are something else. Who else? Bravo wants Nene on Real Housewife period. Yes, she was enjoying. She's so enjoying. She was. And she was getting it in. I was like, when she said the kids, the boys, I was like, Lord have mercy. Now that's a situation for real, for real. So if there's not any more call-ins, no one else is going to call in tonight. We're going to call it morning and just get it on and popping, sugar mama. We're going to get it on and popping. I really do appreciate everybody coming out and showing some love, staying in the chat. Please check out the YouTube content creators that are in the live chat. I did say their names. You know, Tony. 1 second. Tony, he's a content creator. Check him out. The Queen Love Bug, she's a content creator. Check her out. Check out Rico, the Brat. Check out her YouTube channel too as well. Check out everybody in the chat that has a YouTube channel that I can remember. And I'm scrolling up to see. And if I missed you, my bad. I didn't mean to do it intentionally on purpose. But check them out. Show them some love. Tony, Rico, the Brat, and the Queen Love Bug. Please check out their YouTube channels. Thank you guys for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So you guys be careful. You guys be safe out there. You guys handle your business. Do everything that you can do, you know, to protect yourself. And basically, happy days. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like, I saw that M word. I was like, what? Oh wow. I didn't even see that name. Crazy. You have a good day too, SS. So I'm like, craziness going on. You know, every now and then you get them people. They come through. They want attention. But you guys be careful. You know, take care of your business. Think positive. Think smart. And also don't panic and don't be so stressed. It's hard not to be for some people because some people are being laid off. Some people are not prepared. Some people don't have things that they need. It's a whole lot going on. But just know there's a way. You can make a way. And you can make a way on a clear, calm, conscious mind too as well to get to the things that you need to get to and handle the things that you need to get to too as well. It is what it is. There's millions of people are in the same boat, and there's some people that are on their yachts and on their doomsday houses and everything else like that. But we're going to get through it. Thank you guys so much. You guys stay blessed. You guys stay woke. You know, protect your family, protect your neighbors. Check on the people in your community. Check on your elders. Check on the young. Wear your mask, wear your gloves if you want to. You know, leave the house with the armor of God. Leave the house with your crystals, your protection. You know, take your herbs, drink your vitamin C. You know, if you can do vitamin C shots, if you can do B12 shots too as well. You know, eat, you know, it's nothing like eating kale, spinach, and avocado, and pineapple, watermelon too as well. You know, just basically because a lot of things that are left in the market is pork and junk food and starch and canned goods. I had to get some canned goods. You know, canned goods can end up with you having diabetes too as well. So with this disaster going on, you know, you want to make sure you keep your body healthy and drink plenty of water. If you know, I got some cheap water today, and I also have some essential water and pH water too as well. But you can also alkaline your water too as well. If you have water filters at home, or you can get an alkaline machine. You know, you can use baking soda with water, like a teaspoon, and you know, a cup of water. You know, you got to measure it too as well, because you don't want to put too much baking soda either. And you know, you want to, you know, take your herbs, make your herbal teas too as well, stuff that's going to protect your immune system and protect you too. But keep your head up, keep strong, and keep positive, because stress, you know, and negative energy and fear attracts all the things that you don't want to you, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure your aura is clear. You want to make sure you have clarity around you, and clarity is very important. And no matter what situation you are, no matter what you're going through, if you have clarity, you have and basically cleansing. You're cleansing your body, cleansing your environment, and making a zen environment, having a yin and a yang, you will be good. And it is what it is, and we just gonna have to move on, move through it. And we know we're gonna have to fight together, struggle together, support together, help together, and encourage together, because there is a lot of fear once you turn on the TV, once you turn on the news, once you hear the conspiracies and everything else that is going on. But one thing to focus on, whether there's going to be martial law, whether there's going to be lockdowns, whether you can't leave your house, period, is your health is the most important thing, and your sanity and your mental space, because you're able to see every pitfall and everything that could possibly happen when you have clarity and cleansing and a clear mind and a clear heart. Call on your God, the blood of Jesus. If you and Buddha, call on your ancestors too as well that recently passed on, and your ancient ancestors, for guidance and protection. That shit, when you walk out the house, you got a bubble on your ass. You can cough here, you can cough there, but it ain't gonna touch me because I have the armor of protection. I have the healing protection, So, one love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So, please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Each and every time I drop a video, tell me what's on your mind. Happy days. Anger and fear are cancer to the soul. Amen to that. Tony, thanks. Happy days. Tony, I'm going to start sharing my videos. Do that for real, for real. Amen. Thank you so much, Rennie. Have a good one. Bless y'all. Happy days. Mary J should deliver sermons. Just saying, okay? P.E., what's going on, baby? How you doing? From New Zealand, what's good with you? God bless everybody. Peace, protection, wealth, and healing and health, and no weapon that is formed against you, no airborne weapon formed against you shall prosper against you or your family, mine or my family either. Peep Squad is in the building. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. We got this, baby. Peace. I'm out. One love, baby.